is prohibited.
Friday nights mean one thing in Mississippi: high school football. You've got a 50-yard line seat to the 6A powerhouse Pearl Pirates right here on B&B Sports. Now, batten down the hatches and hoist the colors. The Sky Family Dental Pirate Pregame Show starts now.
Well, good evening, Pirate fans, and welcome to Ray Rogers Stadium, where it is time. It is the Rankin County Super Bowl, the Eat Dirt game, the day where people in Pearl and Brandon dislike each other to the point that they won't even buy gas in either city. I'm Greg Flynn, joined by Bryant May, and the Professor Roy Harper will be here with us in a moment as we are on the Sky Family Dental pregame show, and we have got a tremendous one on tap tonight. Bryant, the winner goes on, the loser, wait till next year.
That's right. This is the one that people play for right here. 365 days. High school guys wait for this one game right here. 365 days. Communities wait for this game right here. The only thing we share in common is U.S. Highway 80.
Well, we've got a bunch of stuff tonight, coming up here in our pregame show. We started early at 6 o'clock tonight because we have the second class for the Hall of Fame tonight, and we're going to talk to you about those 5 inductees that will be going in tonight. Some names you will definitely remember, some very well-known Pirates that we will bring to you as the night goes on. But first of all, man, we've got the Brandon Bulldogs coming in here tonight, Bryant, and all of a sudden, this was a team that started out really bad. They couldn't win a game. They couldn't score any points. All of a sudden, though, they found like this epiphany of running backs, right?
Yeah, it's almost as if they discovered something sitting on the bench that they didn't have before, and it comes in the form of a 3-headed monster tonight. 2 running backs that are seniors, and one of them a freshman that we'll see tonight. And it is all ground game for Tyler Peterson's squad, and so the name of the game tonight for Austin Wilbanks and this Pearl Pirate defense will be slow down the Brandon offense. This is an offense that's not coming in scoring a whole lot of points. They actually have 5 different games this year where they've scored 10 points or less, half their contest. But over the last 2 games, they've scored over 20, and they almost pulled off an upset over Oak Grove a couple of weeks ago. Last week, they did pull off the upset over the Northwest Rankin Cougars.
And really, the score was just odd. It was 42-21 as Brandon upset Northwest. Now, a lot of that was turnovers in the second half, but still, Brandon dominated that game on the ground. You know, they ran for about 400 yards against Northwest.
Yeah, it is pretty phenomenal what they're doing on the ground right now after really having no offense early in the season. Their first 3 games, they couldn't even get over 10 points. But tonight they have found some offense, and we're going to hope that the Pirates can find some offense as well. But we imagine this one's going to be a little bit of a low-scoring affair. The Pirates come into tonight only scoring 19 a game, the Bulldogs at 14 a game.
Well, let's take a look. The players to watch tonight, these are the 3 names for the Brandon Bulldogs that you're going to hear an awful lot of tonight.
Yeah, this is the 3-headed monster in the backfield. Number 25, this guy is only a freshman. And I'll have to repeat that tonight because when you see him, you won't believe it. Number 25, Nate Blunt. He is the newest find in the backfield for Tyler Peterson, and he'll get the ball a good bit tonight. The other 2 guys are seniors, running back number 6, Azario Smith, and also number 9, Zaylen Johnson. And those will be handed off to by the quarterback Sullivan, who is also a senior, and he's not afraid to run it as well. So you throw him in the mix, and you got 4 guys that you got to keep an eye on who could jump out of that backfield.
Well, and this is, the way that last week went, you kind of have to wonder what's the mindset of teenagers. You had Pearl that just got the brakes beat off of us at Oak Grove.
Yep.
They're coming into this game, you'd have to think on edge, just ready to get at Brandon as if we needed anything else in the rivalry. Then you got Brandon on the other side, maybe coming in, throwing their shoulders back a little bit and say, man, we just scored 42 points on Northwest Rankin that beat Pearl, so, man, this should be a cakewalk for us tonight, right?
You never know with 15 through 18-year-olds. I know you had a chance to talk to Justin Hunter about that this week. But this is one of those games where you wipe the slate clean. It doesn't matter because it's Pearl versus Brandon, and if you can't get up for that, you should have never signed up for football. And tonight, on top of that, it always seems that something's on the line when the Bulldogs and the Pirates face each other. And tonight, what is on the line is their season, their life. The winner of this tonight will go to the playoffs from Region 3 6A. The loser will finish their season tonight.
Well, there's one that we have to put out there. Now, Terry is playing Petal tonight. Terry is playing at Petal. If Terry wins, somehow finds a way to beat Petal at Petal, good luck with all of that, then both these teams are already in the playoffs. And this game would actually be just for seeding purposes. But take care of business on the field. That's what Justin Hunter said. We're going to take care of business and make sure we control our own destiny. We don't want to count on anybody else. Hey, when we come back on the Sky Family Dental pregame show, we'll take a look at our offense, which is going to be so important tonight, how we run the football. We'll take a close look at it. You're watching the Pirate Football pregame show on PMB Sports.
Come smile with Sky. Sky Family Dental of Pearl provides complete dental care for the entire family. Oral exams, cleanings, dentures, implants. Most insurance is accepted and financing is available. Call now to schedule your appointment. Come smile with Sky.
You're ready to make a move in Pirate Country? Contact Penny Pitts with Havard Real Estate Group in Pearl. Penny is a multi-million-dollar producer and loves to help her clients find the home of their dreams. If you are a first-time home buyer or ready to upsize or downsize, she is the agent for you. Penny is a Pearl High School graduate and an avid supporter of Pirate athletics. Make your move with the home team. That's Penny Pitts, Havard Real Estate Group.
Public service has always had a very special place in my heart, and to be able to do it and be a first responder as a reserve, when you're not getting paid, that's just one of the most selfless acts you can do. I think we all have a responsibility to our towns and our communities.
Well, for me, it's simple. I mean, when you say local, that's what's most important to me. Our citizens inside this county, we all care for each other, and we do everything we can to help everybody out. I am Shane Fletcher with Farm Bureau, and we are the home team.
Leave it up to us at Ag Up with the MVP. The powerful John Deere 303080 is priced at a low $22,995 plus 0% financing for 72 months. That's zilch. Zip. 0% for 72 months. Plus, add attachments to get the job done and save 20% off 3. Now is the time to come in to get the job done with the MVP at Mississippi Arkansas Ag. Visit us at any of our 16 locations or online at agup.com.
Today's game brought to you by PMB Sports.
Welcome back into the Sky Family Dental pregame show as we get you set for the top of the hour when the Pirates will take on their rivals from the East, the Brandon Bulldogs. Coming up here at around 6:25, we're going to take you down to the field as they induct the 2020 Hall of Fame class, which is going to be very exciting. But more about what we're going to see on the field tonight, Bryant. This thing is truly setting up as an old-school game.
Yep.
Both these teams can run the ball, and they run it well. Neither team can pass the ball exceptionally well. So it's going to be about who runs the ball better and which offensive line exerts its will.
Yeah, that's which is really kind of interesting because Brandon last year graduates Will Rogers, who's now starting in Starkville. He can air that thing out. And Pearl, under John Perry, for the most part, has kind of been a spread offense. But now it will be about the ground game tonight in this 2020 contest. And we'll take a look at your players to watch who will be the leading guys on that ground game tonight for your Pirates. It will start with Jamari Thompson, affectionately known as the T-Train. He's number 1 and only a junior. 175 carries on the season for Jamari and just short of 1,000. Couldn't quite get there last week. 994 yards for Jamari and 5 trips into the end zone for Jamari on his junior season. He will probably be the leading ground gainer tonight. And then to complement him, it is the lightning to his thunder, number 4, Jerry Johnson, also known as Jaybird. Jaybird also a junior, and he can do a little bit of everything. 335 yards receiving and a touchdown on the season, 386 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. And he can also sling it through the air if he needs to. 5 of 6 passing, 142 yards and 3 touchdowns. He accounts for 7 total touchdowns, and he's also got 1 on special teams in the kick return game as well. And if you were watching last week in the thumping that the Pirates took against Oak Grove, Greg Flynn, he went down. But our understanding is from head coach Justin Hunter, he is all good to go for tonight against the Bulldogs.
Had a little bit of a high ankle sprain, but spent all week really stretching it out. And the trainers have him ready to go. He was able to practice in full yesterday. So you know Jaybird's not going to miss out on a Brandon game.
Yeah, there's no way he was sitting out this one tonight, not unless that thing was broken. And so good news, it's not. And so Jaybird will be on the field tonight, and you'll see him in every facet of the contest.
Well, I really think it's going to come down to how our offensive line moves these guys around, don't you think?
Yep, absolutely. This is an offensive line that we've said all season replaced 5 starters from last year. All 5 guys are brand new, including Leo McIntyre, moved over from his tight end position. But I think we can agree together that this is a squad that has grown so much across this 2020 season.
So is it – play coach for me for a minute. So you know that Brandon's expecting you to run, and they're going to bring all their guys up in the box. Are you even tempted to say, Shade, take over, throw some passes?
Yeah, I think you have to really keep them honest and keep 8 guys out of the box to spread it out just a little bit. You've got athletes on the outside in Jalen Kendrick and Alex Spires who have proven that, and I believe they could cause some damage to this Bulldog defense. We'll take a look at your Pirates starters for tonight's 2020 Eat Dirt contest. No big changes for us. Shade Foster, the senior, number 12, will be under center or in the pistol or shotgun as our quarterback tonight, as he has been all season. And your wideouts on the outside to complement Jerry Johnson will be number 8, Alex Spires, and number 24, Jalen Kendrick. Austin Arant, number 11, the halfback who does a lot of the dirty work to open up holes for Jaybird and Jamari Thompson. Javion Alexander, number 15, the tight end. And then those guys across the front that Greg Flynn was talking about that will have to do work tonight if the Pirates want to prevail over the Bulldogs. Leo McIntyre, a senior, number 50. Reed Grantham, 55. Hayden Jackson, 60. Colby Spence, the other senior, at 72. And then Big Connor Foy, number 73, will be the man in the middle at the center position, snapping that ball to Shade Foster.
It has just been so weird to be able to see how well our offensive line can move people down the road, right? We can plow the road better than anybody. But it's just that pass blocking that they just can't seem to get a handle on the blitzers or people coming around the edges to give Shade just that much time. But they're such great run blockers.
That's right. Yep, and it's kind of a whole different mindset that you have to take on. And then last week, goodness gracious, that Oak Grove defense, that was that old Oak Grove team was phenomenal. But they were sending 2 guys on the outside every single play. This Brandon Bulldog team probably not going to do that as much as we saw last week against Oak Grove. So maybe a chance to stretch it out just a little bit and hit Alex Spires or Jalen Kendrick out in the flat, maybe even a little Shoto action as well.
Man, we could use some showtime tonight from Shoto and Jaybird. Let them fly. We're going to need every bit of it and let the T-train get rolling, and it'll be a good night here at Ray Rogers Stadium. All right, when we continue here on the Sky Family Dental pregame show, we will take a look at the defense and who we think is going to be the key cog in stopping the Bulldogs tonight.
Thank you for shopping at Mystery Savings Supermarket, where you never know what kind of deal you're going to get. Welcome to Mystery Savings Supermarket. That'll be $9.
But
Welcome to Mystery Savings Supermarket, where you never know what kind of deal you're going to get.
You wouldn't put up with this at a supermarket. Don't put up with it when you buy a car.
So come to Rogers Dab Chevrolet.
It's easier here.
It's a beautiful day in Georgia blue. It's like a home-cooked meal. How mama makes you feel, that's what we do. Oh yeah. The time is now to make memories with all your friends. We'll be looking for you, so y'all come on in. This family around here, it's Georgia blue.
Pepsi's always had great taste. Today, try great taste with zero sugar. This is the Pepsi with zero compromises. This is Pepsi Zero Sugar.
This is the Pepsi for serious fans and serious eats. This is the Pepsi for Sundays at the ballpark and days off at your favorite pizza joint. Right, Aaron?
Best slice in New York.
Whatever you're craving, this is the Pepsi for you.
For the best brands at the best prices, shop the outlets of Mississippi. I-55 and I-20 in Pearl.
All All right, welcome back into Ray Rogers Stadium. Greg Flynn and Bryant May with you as we continue with the Sky Family Dental pregame show as we get ready for the main attraction, the Brandon Bulldogs against the Pearl Pirates, the Rankin County Super Bowl, the Eat Dirt Bowl, whichever one you like. And we have a guy that we're spotlighting on defense tonight that he epitomizes Pearl and how tough we are.
Yeah, he does, and he is a leader in the middle of the defense. That guy we're talking about is Charles Stevens. We refer to him as Charles in charge as we take a look at his player card tonight. He's the guy that will hold down the middle of that Pirate defense against this vaunted running attack from the Brandon Bulldogs. Charles Stevens on the season, 24 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, and he has the strongest hands on this defense, which will be really important in bringing down these 3 big running backs for Brandon and Nate Blunt, Azario Smith, and Zaylon Johnson. But watch for 32 tonight. He is the senior leader and the anchor in the middle of that defense next to the junior Jeremy Jackson.
Well, and I think Charles is going to have to be the one to fill that gap initially, is to make them bounce to the outside and get them running east to west and not north-south. And he and Jeremy are going to have that ability, but Charles is the senior leader. I think he's going to step up and be the one to watch.
Absolutely. Watch for big Charles tonight, number 32. The rest of the defense tonight that'll have the task of slowing down Tyler Peterson's resurrected offense will be in the secondary. Marcus Mosley, number 3. Jerry Johnson, Jaybird, will go both ways tonight and wear number 4 and play defensive back as well. Your 2 safeties tonight, Landon Moore, number 7. DJ Hudson, number 22. The linebackers, Tristan Carpenter, number 10, a junior. Jaquavian Shoto will play both ways tonight, offense, defense. He'll wear number 6. Malachi Porter is really the senior leader of that middle tier of the Pearl Pirate defense, and he wears number 5 at linebacker. Javius Tucker, you'll also see him in there at linebacker tonight, wearing number 34. And the 4 guys across the front who will have a lot of work to do tonight to slow down this rushing attack. Jalen Nickelberry, number 26. Jeremy Meatball Jackson, number 99. Nyquez Wade at 42, and then also, as we mentioned, Charles Stevens wearing number 32. And certainly don't want to overlook the special teams guys. A game like this could certainly come down to a field goal. Austin Green will handle the kicking duties on kickoffs and most of our field goals and extra points. Shade Foster, the quarterback, will drop back and punt. And in our long snappers, it has been all season long, the senior, number 65, Connor McHenry.
All right, that is your defense. So as you can see on the field, they're getting ready for the Hall of Fame class to be inducted tonight. 5 great members, and when we come back, we'll take you down to that ceremony and we'll talk a little bit about each one of those inductees. That as the Sky Family Dental pregame show continues right after this.
Come find your taste buds at the Lost Cajun. Chef Charles is cooking everything to order. Cajun classics like gumbo, jambalaya, and red beans and rice. Pick your po' boy, shrimp, oyster, roast beef, or maybe gator. Proudly serving USDA farm-raised catfish. When you're done, loosen the belt up a bit for some homemade beignets. Dine in, take out, order online, and get it delivered. Reserve our party room for your group. Find your way to the Lost Cajun in Pearl and Byram.
I'm State Representative Gene Newman with a message to young people and their parents. There are many pathways to success. For some, it's a regular college degree. But so often I see students and their families get in financial trouble by taking out huge student loans for college degrees that they will never be able to pay back. The degree programs they are pushed into are governed by rules designed to benefit the colleges and the loan programs, not the students. College doesn't guarantee a good high-paying job. If a student hasn't decided what career they want to pursue, please look at the community colleges with so many different programs and degrees. Don't start out in life with a huge college debt hanging over you. I want to see every pirate find their way to a successful career because every day is a great day to be a pirate.
Come. Green. All right, welcome back into Ray Rogers Stadium where we are getting ready for the induction of the class of 2020 Hall of Fame. Right now they're honoring Austin Green, who was named a Super Scholar this week. Congratulations to our kicker, Austin Green. And I'm just listening in because we want to make sure we take you down to the public address announcer, John Rogers, as he gets ready for the to introduce our Hall of Fame class tonight, which we can preview for you now. It is going to be Danny Neely, class of 1963. Fred Garner, class of 1971. Willie Mosley, class of 1977. A name that you're all going to know very well. Coach Bruce Merchant, talk about deserving. The head coach here from 1978 to 1998. And he is the only other coach to take us to a state championship game in 5A. And then the final one will be James Robbie Staten from 1996. Man, I'm getting old because I remember Robbie playing on this field and went on to star at the University of Alabama. Roll Tide. Would you stop us?
Roll Tide. I remember that name as well, Robbie Staten. Man, it's just such an excellent idea that was created last year under John Perry's tenure here at Pearl Pirates. At the Pearl Pirates, as he had this idea, and a whole team of people worked to put that together to create this Hall of Fame induction. And this year we continue with the second annual Pearl High School Football Hall of Fame class, the class of 2020. 5 very deserving candidates and guys who have made a massive impact on the Pearl Pirate football program across the years, all the way from 1963 to right here in 2020.
All right, let's turn it over to public address announcer John Rogers Downs.
The Pearl Pirate football program will be honoring a select few past players by inducting these individuals into the 2020 Pearl Pirate Football Hall of Fame. Our first inductee is Mr. Danny Neely. Danny is a 1963 graduate of Pearl High School and lettered in football for 4 years, earning the honors of All-Conference and Team MVP his senior year. Danny was also Mr. Pearl High School in 62-63 and student body president. After high school, Danny attended Hines Community College and continued his playing career. After playing for Hines, he attended Millsaps College, where he played football and baseball. He has been inducted into the Hines Sports Hall of Fame as well as the Millsaps Sports Hall of Fame. Danny is married to Barbara Neely, who is also a Pearl graduate. They have 3 children, Danny Jr., Chad, and Michelle. Danny served in the United States Air Force as well. Danny's post-playing days included being an assistant football coach at Pearl High School, assistant football coach at Hines Community College, and head baseball coach at Hines Community College. Our first inductee, Danny Neely. Our second inductee, Mr. Fred Garner. Fred is a 1971 graduate of Pearl High School. He lettered in varsity football for 4 years. He earned the Rankin County Bank Most Outstanding Athlete in 1970-71 and was also voted an All-Star by the Mississippi Association of Coaches. During his years at Pearl High School, he also lettered in baseball, golf, and track, receiving numerous awards in each sport. After high school, Fred played football at LSU for 4 years. Fred is married to Myra Ford Garner, and they have 3 children, Bradford, Nick, and Tara. They also have 9 grandchildren. Our second inductee, Mr. Fred Garner. Our third inductee, Mr. Willie Mosley. Willie is a 1977 graduate of Pearl High School. He lettered in football for 4 years, earning all Little Dixie Conference as a junior and senior. Willie was the first African American to be selected Most Valuable Player at Pearl High School in his junior year in 1975. As a junior, he intercepted 14 passes and scored 5 touchdowns on offense. He also was Rankin County Most Valuable Male Athlete in 1976 and 77. After high school, Willie played football at Hines Community College. Willie is married to Kathy Mosley, and they have 2 children, Willie Jr. and Cordia. Our third inductee, Mr. Willie Mosley. Our fourth inductee, Coach Bruce Merchant. Coach Merchant coached at Pearl from 1978 to 1998, and he led the Pirates to the 4A South State Championship in 1985. Bruce retired in 2009 after 40 years of coaching and an overall coaching record of 208 wins and 111 losses. He has received numerous awards over the years that include Clay and Ledger's Metro Coach of the Year, Mississippi Association of Coaches Football Coach of the Year, and won 2 state championships at Collins High School in 2001 and 2002. He was inducted into the MAC Hall of Fame in 2012. Bruce is married to Miss Frida Merchant, and they have 2 children, Casey and Benji. Our 4th inductee, Coach Bruce Merchant. Our 5th inductee, Mr. James Robert Staten. In high school, he was known as Robbie. James is a 1996 graduate of Pearl High School. He lettered in football for 4 years. He was an all-state selection, played in the Mississippi-Alabama All-Star Game, and was a Dandy Dozen selection in 1995. After high school, he went to the University of Alabama to continue his playing career. James is married to Ruth Staten, and they have 2 sons. Our 5th inductee, Mr. James Robert Staten. Pirate fans, please join me in congratulating the 2020 inductees of the Pearl Pirate Football Hall of Fame. These inductees' pictures will be displayed on the Pearl Football Hall of Fame wall in the football field house from here on out. Thank you.
Well, there you have it, the class of 2020, the Pearl High School Football Hall of Fame. I believe we have the graphic up there to give you guys a look at all those names together. In case you missed them, it is Danny Neely, class of 1963, Fred Garner, he's the class of 1971, Mr. Willie Mosley, 1977, Coach Bruce Merchant, 1978 to 1998, and James Robbie Staten, 1996. Played under Coach Merchant, so actually two people from that.
Yeah, that's quite the legacy right there of players who've meant so much to this Pearl High School football program. Program that only has 1 state championship, but as you mentioned, Coach Bruce Merchant took us to the 4A South State Championship, and just a incredible amount of talent and tradition here at Pearl High School, represented by those 5 men right there, part of the PHS Football Hall of Fame class of 2020.
And there you go. You get a good look at that class coming in together. The second class we look forward to next year. And the third class, there's so many great Pirate players to choose from. It is nearly impossible to go wrong anytime you make a selection. Well, when we come back, we will take a closer look at this rivalry between Brandon and Pearl as we continue the countdown to kickoff of the Rankin County Super Bowl here at Ray Rogers Stadium.
From loans and mobile banking to CDs and checking accounts, River Trust Federal Credit Union has you covered. That's why you owe it to yourself to take advantage of the tremendous opportunity to open a savings and checking account at River Trust Federal Credit Union. River Trust offers lower interest rates on loans and higher interest rates on savings. We can get you started on the road to financial well-being. Let us help you take charge of your financial future today. Log on to our website at rivertrustfcu.com. River Trust Federal Credit Union, improving the financial success of our members.
Renaissance Bank, understanding you. When something works this well,
Paying bills? This site is so comprehensive. I do all my banking online. More time for coffee?
you want to get others excited about it too.
Yes, honey.
They're very conscientious, and they're about helping us map out a plan for our future.
It's nice to know we make a difference.
So easy. They have lots of creative ways to help me afford the loan for the cutest car I've wanted
And
for
that a great
so
bank is a really important thing to have. Comprehensive, conscientious, creative, community bank like no other bank you know.
Think of the Pearl Pirates and one word comes to mind: pride. The pride they take in their efforts, the pride our community feels in their achievement. We're all Pirate boosters, and that's especially true at Bank of Yazoo. Proud not only to be a partner in education with Pearl High School, but also to serve the Pearl community with great financial options. So when you're ready to boost your spirits, come feel the pride with the Pirates. And when you're ready to boost your bottom line, come down to Bank of Yazoo. Bank of Yazoo, proud to be your booster for life. Member FDIC.
Today's game brought to you by P&B Sports.
Well, welcome back into Ray Rogers Stadium. There you see kind of a peek into the official coin toss that goes on before the game between the head coaches. We haven't had the ceremonial ones because of COVID, so we're getting a little peek in there. We'll keep an eye on that so we'll know who wins the toss. But we want to talk a little bit about this rivalry. Oh, my goodness. It's been Pearl winning a bunch of games and Brandon winning a bunch of games, and then, man, the last few have just been almost dead even. The last 4 regular season games, we have split them right down the middle, 2-2. And, I want to bring in the third member of our broadcast team, Mr. Roy Harper, who knows all too well what this Brandon-Pearl rivalry is all about. And, Roy, it's just something special, isn't it?
Oh, it is, guys. I remember when I was going to school here, this is the game we look forward to every year. It didn't matter what our record was. It didn't matter what their record was. It was going to be just a slobber knocker to the end. We just wanted to skull drag them all over the field. After I graduated, I still came to every Pearl Brandon game that I was able to come to. And the excitement, the adrenaline that flows through your blood, you're not a Pearlite or a Pearlinian or whatever you want to say if this game does not get you fired up. When we dropped down to 5A, Brandon was 6A, and we quit playing the last game of the year, we played the first game of the year, it took something away from this game. It was not near the excitement level that it was. So a few years ago when we moved back to 6A and it went back to the last game, I just can't tell you how excited I am every time we get to come on this field and have the opportunity to just beat the snot out of them.
Well, Roy, you can tell it's definitely a difference down on the field tonight so far, because this will be our largest crowd of the year, Bryant, I believe. And Roy, looking around there, the Brandon side is already filling up, and even with COVID social distancing, I see they brought in extra stands over there. I believe that's for the band.
It's for the band, but I'll be surprised if it's just for the band. They brought those in earlier today, and this is just you just have to experience this. It is really hard to describe. It is going to be the largest crowd, even under COVID. And if we didn't have this 2020 year that we're having, they would still need extra stands. It's just amazing. It's the excitement down here. There's still people coming through the gates. I just came from the outside. This is going to be packed for a 50% capacity night.
Well, Bryant, I don't like to tell everybody, but you're from Brandon. So what do you remember about this rivalry growing up?
Man, so much. I do have some black and red in my blood, which is hard to say on a navy and gold broadcast, but man, it's just something special. And I never played football. I did play basketball, and so I had a chance to be a part of the basketball part of the rivalry. But even being a high school student, it was the game. Like, it didn't matter what you had on Friday night. You were at that ball game. And I remember growing up when we had just moved to Brandon. I was probably elementary school. We came right here to Ray Rogers Stadium. Of course, I lived in Brandon at that time. But the Brandon side was so full because the visiting bleachers are not real large here. I remember my dad and I trekking all the way over with some friends to the Pearl side.
Oh, no.
And we set up in the top corner because that was the only place that there were empty seats. And my dad said, "You do not holler. No matter what happens, you don't holler." Just because we were learning. We just moved to Brandon. We learned the power of the rivalry at that point. But just such a special rivalry. As Justin Hunter said this week, I believe it's the best rivalry in the state of Mississippi when it comes to football. And, when the kids know each other so much. Some of them go to church together. They play other extracurricular sports together outside of school. And there's just so many deep relationships, and that just makes it so much tougher when you take it out on the field.
Now, is it really true?
I'm sorry. I just wanted to interrupt.
Yeah, go ahead, Roy, please.
Yeah, I want to expand on what Brian said, or comment on what Brian said. The that year that Bryant's talking about, I hate to say this, but I lived in Brandon for a little while.
Everybody's coming out tonight.
When I first moved to Brandon, I still came to all the Pearl games, brought my son to Pearl games, dressed him in blue and gold, and said not until he actually started going to school at Brandon would I actually root for Brandon. That year, he was in first grade. So I had to root for Brandon that year, sitting with my brother on this Pearl side, wearing my red and black. And we were probably close to each other, Bryant. That was an amazing game that night.
It was. There have been some big names from some excellent players who've come through this game as well from both sides.
Well, I think back to the Justin Jenkins area, the Jarius Norwood.
Yep.
Were you there when Jarius was there?
Jarius and I graduated together. So our athleticism was nowhere near the same stratosphere. But I watched Jarius run a lot in this contest.
And then some of the more recent ones, with Gardner Minshew out there, and now
Devontae Nichols.
Devontae, who came on to coach here for a while.
That's right, and DJ Thompson catching one in the corner of the end zone, the overtime games at Brandon. Or we think about the game not too long ago. You and I had a chance to broadcast that one. There was the Mud Bowl. Where there was probably nobody in the stands, and there was about 2 to 3 inches of water on the field there at Lewis String Strickland Field, where Brandon used to play.
That horrible, horrible stadium over there. I know that they want to call that thing historic, but it was horrible. I mean, now it's the junior high field. It was terrible. I mean, it would rain there, and it would flood because everything ran down into the bowl, these giant concrete, just most uncomfortable bleachers you could ever imagine. I'd rather actually sit on the visitor side over there because they were bleachers, and you're not sitting on the concrete over here.
Absolutely. And there's, if you came to a Pearl Brandon game, with the exception of this year with what we're experiencing with COVID, it was standing room only every single year. And so you knew whatever time the gates open, whether it was 5 or 5:30, you better be there early. And it was nothing to stand in line for 45 minutes ahead of time just so that you can ensure that you had a seat.
And then you've had thankfully, at least over the last few years, we haven't seen any extracurriculars. They've all behaved themselves. I understand when Ray Rogers would tell us this story that there was a year that they made us take a year off because we had such a big fight at the end of a game over at Memorial Stadium.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I remember when this game was played there as well. There have been some interesting pranks performed from one high school to the other. It was nothing to find out, something got hung from a tree or spray painted on the ground or whatever at your high school when it was Brandon Pearl Week. And also these schools, typically the students dress up all week long leading up to that game. I know pep rallies and things have been restricted this year with COVID, which is such a shame. But it is a night that will still mean a lot, and I think that's the biggest part of the last few years, Greg, that you and I have shared together on this Pearl side, is that every game has meant so much. For a few years, it meant whoever won the region. Tonight, it will be whoever gets a chance to go to the playoffs, with the exception that Terry pulls a major upset tonight. And so every time, not only is the rivalry and the bragging rights on the line, but also tonight, playing season is on the line.
When it was 2 years ago when we had the playoff game, where we lost, but Coach Perry went for 2.
That's right.
And he says he would do it every time because we were on the road over there at Brandon, and that's one of the things I'll never forget, that atmosphere that night, and we were just back and forth. That final score, I think, was 34-33.
Something like that.
And we went for 2 for the win, and it was just back and forth. That was an incredible contest.
Yeah, it's been some phenomenal games. There have been very few games over the last few decades that were not competitive. Gardner Minshew slid in here one year and put a real good one on us. But other than that, man, it's been nip and tuck, and many times gone to overtime, which just makes for great high school football. And it's really so much of what high school football, what Friday Night Lights is really all about, and we'll experience that right here tonight again.
And you think back to the guys that are now in the NFL. Jarius Norwood, he played in the NFL. Justin Jenkins had a chance to play in the NFL.
Right.
Gardner Minshew is currently in the NFL. Demario Davis in the NFL. And who knows who's going to be moving up. You have Mingo over at Ole Miss right now, Jonathan Mingo. Never forget that.
That was a tough one.
The phantom fourth down pass interference call, and he flopped got the official to bite. You remember that?
I remember it at Brandon High School just a few years ago.
Was it a penalty?
When you don't touch the guy, how's that a penalty?
And
he dropped the
throw
flag.
yourself down.
He dropped the flag, so
that was
I guess that's what counted.
That was like a 4th and 20 play.
Yep.
And they converted that.
They converted it on the pass.
And then last year, we had the same thing. We were the winner. If we would have won that game last year, we'd have made the playoffs.
That's right.
As we go to Brandon, and then we walked away empty-handed. But hopefully, the home field advantage. Home field really hasn't meant a lot other than because the crowds are always so big.
Yep.
But it doesn't seem to matter because Pearl can win over there, Brandon can win over here. That makes it really, really cool.
Yeah, this is one of those where it doesn't matter where you are. You're going to get hyped for it, and with us being only 12, 14 minutes apart and only sharing a Walmart together, it doesn't matter where you are in this rivalry. Fans are going to show up, and the players always show up as well. It doesn't require a pep rally to get the boys juiced for this one.
Now, I will say that it takes a lot of guts for Brandon to bring that inflatable dog over here to Pearl. That I have I don't remember us ever taking Bucky over to Brandon, maybe for a playoff game, but they had the nerve to bring that thing here tonight. Now, if somebody just happens to walk by and has like a paper clip, a bobby pin, somebody's got a baby with a pin, and it happens to hit that, well, that's just on the job,
Look at that, and Pearl responds with Bucky. Great shot there from our crew of the two different inflatable heads, and how the rivalry has evolved across the years.
That dog looks like it's got rabies. Look at it.
That Coach Bruce Merchant down there a while ago for the Hall of Fame, he would have loved to have something like Bucky to have his boys run out through from 78 to 98. But so many different little nuances and additions have been made to to high school football in general, and Bucky and the big dog, two of those things that we'll experience tonight.
Everybody in Pearl knows Perry Lowry, and he's on our broadcast crew. Where is Perry Lowry? Because Perry would go over there and tackle that dog, and he would unplug it. I promise you. I keep looking down there for Perry. I don't know to ask Roy where Perry is, because he would go take care of that for us. I know he sure would. Well, coming up in just a moment, we're going to have talking about rivalries. There's nobody that probably knows this rivalry better than Jake Wyndham. He's the mayor of Pearl. He played offensive line here for head coach John Perry. We had a chance to sit down and talk with him about the rivalry, but he's the one that, I'm not a Pearl native. You're certainly not a Pearl native, but when you listen to Jake and you see the intensity, when you talk to people that have played in this game, you could just sense it's something special, can't you?
Yeah, I had a chance to see that interview, and such a special piece is the mayors always have a kind of little back and forth with the old leather helmet. I think that's become a part of this rivalry as well, and so this year no different as Jake Wyndham, not only just the mayor but also a former player, and so it just means that much more for him tonight.
Oh yeah, I'm told we still. How long do we have, Frank? 2 minutes on the download. Well, I guess can we take a break or no? No. Well, let's zoom in and we'll listen to the band as they get warmed up. If hopefully if nothing else, we'll be able to bring that mayor interview to you at halftime.
That's right.
So we'll see. Either way, we're going to have it for you. All right. Well, anything else you want to talk about while we're waiting?
Well, I think tonight, maybe for those people who are just joining us, missed us at the top of the hour, just to hit on what's happened across this season for Brandon and Pearl to get to this point. These are two teams that are really rebuilding. Last year, Brandon lost Will Rogers, who graduated and is now at Mississippi State. For Pearl, a team that had gone to state championships in back-to-back years and moved on with a new head coach here, and Justin Hunter moving from an offensive coordinator position to now head coach. And so both teams really rebuilding in many ways, and Brandon and Pearl both got off to a really, really slow start at the beginning of the season, but now have really come into their own. I think one of the things that is interesting as you look at Brandon's schedule or even their record coming into tonight, they're 5-5 overall, 3-3 in region play, but they benefited this year from the COVID forfeit, didn't they?
Yeah, it's you don't like to point these things out, but Brandon's only got one win on the field in region. They're 3-3, but They had forfeits given to them against Meridian and against Terry, and they played George County and got beat.
Yep.
I bet you they wish they would have had George County would have had the COVID then, because George County wound up getting the COVID and missing 2 of their own games. So it's been a tough. That's why last week's game was so shocking to see them score 42 points on Northwest Rankin, who we know, as we saw, is a very good football team. Yep. And then we just had to keep checking that score last week. Is that right? Are they really up by that much? Yeah. And then they wound up winning it 42-21, and I was surprised.
Yeah, and before that, the week before, as we said, the last 2 weeks they've rebounded so much. They played Oak Grove, went to Oak Grove, and only lost by 1 score to a team that Pearl would like to forget that they faced last week. So number 1 ranked team in the region and also number 1 ranked team in the state, Oak Grove Warriors, and they held them to only 24 total points in the contest, lost 24-22. So this is a team that really is beginning to find its own, and for Pearl tonight, they've come off of 2 heartbreaking defeats the last 2 weeks. Heartbreaking, I mean that in 2 different ways. Yeah. One, Northwest Rankin, a walk-off field goal in the final second, and then last week a blowout on the road at Oak Grove. And so, where, as you said earlier, where are these teenage guys, 15 to 18-year-olds, and how do they respond to where they've been the last couple of weeks? Brandon being with two big ball games, going 1-1. Pearl, 2 big ball games where we went 0-2.
All right, well, we're going to turn it over now, down to the field, to the Pearl Pirate Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand and move your head here and salute our nation's flag with your right hand as we recite together the Pledge of Allegiance of the United States. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, let us honor America and its heritage of freedom and join the Pirate Band in the performance of God Bless America. And please continue standing for the playing of our national anthem. Tonight, the colors will be presented by the Pearl Naval Junior ROTC.
as we get ready for the Rankin County Super Bowl. We'll step aside, come back, and get you ready right after this.
Come smile with Sky. Sky Family Dental of Pearl provides complete dental care for the entire family. Oral exams, cleanings, dentures, implants. Most insurance is accepted and financing is available. Call now to schedule your appointment. Come smile with Sky.
At Raising Cane's, we are committed to safely serving you and your family the best tasting and highest quality chicken finger meals. This is very personal to me. I know how important it is to have a trusted, safe, and clean place to feed you and your loved ones. We will always go above and beyond all CDC guidelines, local government requirements, and industry standards. This is our promise to you. Cane's is open and we're here to serve you our hot, fresh chicken finger meals and drinks through drive-thru. Go to RaisinCanes.com for details or call your local Cane's. Thank you for your continued trust in us. One love.
Public service has always had a very special place in my heart, and to be able to do it and be a first responder as a reserve, when you're not getting paid, that's just one of the most selfless acts you can do. I think we all have a responsibility to our towns and our communities.
Well, for me, it's simple. I mean, when you say local, that's what's most important to me. Our citizens inside this county, we all care for each other, and we do everything we can to help everybody out. I am Shane Fletcher with Farm Bureau, and we are the home team.
Welcome back into Ray Rogers Stadium as we are, 8 minutes away from kickoff of the Rankin County Super Bowl and Eat Dirt. The winner of this game assures themselves a spot in the playoffs next week. The loser, more than likely, the season ends right here tonight, and we certainly hope that is not us. And Brian, we're kind of due, in the last few games of the rivalry. We've lost 2 in a row. Brandon's won, actually we've 3 in a row. If you count the playoff game, we've lost 3 in a row to them. Prior to that, we won 2 in a row. So I think we're kind of due now.
Yep, and I think it would be great, and you do such a great job of explaining it, just kind of explaining how that will work, where the top 4 seeds from Region 3 6A will advance to the playoffs after the regular season ends tonight. And Pearl vying for the 3rd spot, and kind of explain how that shakes down from Oak Grove all the way to how 3 and 4 are determined.
So tonight, Oak Grove and Northwest Rankin are playing for the 1 and 2 seed. So the winner is going to be the 1, the loser is going to be the 2. They will both host next week. Pearl, with a win, clinches the 3rd seed, and it gets. Let me back up for that. If Petal beats Terry, then they're 4 and 3. Pearl wins tonight. We're 4 and 3, but we would be the 3 seed because we have tiebreaker by beating Petal earlier this year. Now, if we lose tonight and Petal wins, Petal becomes the 3 seed, and Brandon would be the 4 seed and would go to play D'Iberville next week. Good luck with all of that. But again, we're going to keep a close eye on it. If Terry were to somehow beat Petal tonight, then this game tonight, both teams make the playoffs, and this game is simply for seeding. The winner is the 3, the loser is the 4. Odds of Terry beating Petal tonight on the road, extremely slim. So we want to take care of business here on the field tonight. Never mind the playoffs. You just want to beat your rival, though. Right, Brian?
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's the mindset that first-year head coach Justin Hunter is taking. Is we didn't matter what happens anywhere else in Region 3 6A tonight. Let's win this ball game so that we got bragging rights for the next 365 days. And then the dominoes that fall after that are that you have a chance to make it to the playoffs next week. And as Greg said, if the Pirates are able to win tonight, they would take the 3 seed, which means that we'll travel all the way down to the Mississippi Gulf Coast next week where the playoffs would begin. But this is the final night of the regular season all around 6A football, some playoffs beginning in different divisions of high school football, but tonight the final night of the 6A regular season.
Yeah, I don't know if we can get a shot of it now, but the Bulldogs are making their way out from behind Bucky, coming around, as they're going to be wearing the blood red jerseys tonight. Hopefully we're going to leave a lot of blood on those pants tonight too, but they'll be wearing those red jerseys, the black helmets that everybody's so used to seeing, and they're running in front of a big visiting crowd. Biggest one we've seen this year, clearly. even in these COVID times. It's a whole lot of folks over there, relatively speaking, for a Pearl Brandon game. And we are awaiting the appearance of the Pirates out of our field house. I don't see that door popping open just yet.
To take a look back at the Brandon Bulldogs road to get to this place right here at 5-5 overall, 3-3 in district play. They began the season much like Brandon much like Pearl, with 3 non-division games. They lost to Clinton at home 30-7. Then they went to Warren Central the week before we went there, lost 23-3, and then the major upset, they beat Madison Central 6-0 there at home. And then Brandon's region set up to get to 3-3 in the region. They picked up the forfeit win over Terry due to COVID-related issues. They also had a Gulfport game that they slid in there on what was going to be a bye week, and they won 20-13 in 4 overtimes. A 20-13 contest in 4 overtimes. George County, they lost that one on the road 28-10. Victory over Petal, a loss also over Petal, 21-0 at home. So back-to-back losses there against George County and Petal. Another forfeit win over the Meridian Wildcats due to COVID. And then the last 2 weeks have been on the road at Oak Grove, a 24-22 loss. And then last week, the big 42-21 win for Tyler Peterson's squad at home against the Northwest Rankin Cougars.
I see the Pirates are filing out of the field house, and we're going to go with the Battle Gray tonight. We are in for a war as we put on the Battle Gray with those gold helmets as they are inside. And you could tell Bucky is getting ready to rock. And that's the greatest part about having Bucky is you see him. He doesn't look like he's got many moves, but, man, he can throw it down with the best of them. Bucky is rocking, and here come the Pirates. Kickoff between the Bulldogs and Pearl coming up next.
Are you ready?
Batten down the hatches and hoist the colors. It is time for the Rankin County Super Bowl here at Pearl High School. Good evening, Pirate fans. I'm Greg Flynn, joined by Bryant May and the Professor, Roy Harper, down on the field, and we are just about set for the Eat Dirt rivalry. Pearl, Brandon, big game, playoffs on the line, Bryant.
This one just means more. That's what they say. It's the greatest football rivalry in the state of Mississippi. When the Bulldogs and the Pirates take the turf tonight, the Pirates will host this big Region 3 6A matchup. And as you said, Greg Flynn, this one means something, not only bragging rights, but also the chance for your season to continue with a playoff spot on the line. Erase the records, as this one is all about bragging rights and an opportunity to continue on in this 2020 season, and a season that we did not know would even happen, but we're so grateful that it did to bring us moments just like what we'll experience tonight.
Austin Green has our Georgia Blue kickoff teed up, and it is in the air, and we are underway at Pearl. That ball will carry into the end zone for a touchback as Azario Smith can't bring it out.
We'll take a look at this Pearl Pirate defense, a defense that comes into tonight giving up 34 points a game. They'll have to tighten up the hatches tonight. Your defensive starters tonight, Marcus Mosley, Jerry Johnson, Landon Moore, and DJ Hudson will be in the secondary. Carpenter, Shoto, Porter, and Tucker will be your linebackers, and the men to stop this vaunted Brandon Bulldog rushing attack will be Nickelberry, Jackson, Nyquez Wade, and Charles Stevens on the defensive front.
Josh Sullivan is the quarterback for the Bulldogs. Zaylon Johnson will start in the backfield. He is one of 3 tremendous running backs that Brandon has. Give it off to Johnson. Pearl stacks it up. He's going nowhere, loses a yard.
As you said, it's a three-headed monster, and the Zaylon Johnson, the senior, gets the start tonight. But a great job by that Pirate defense swarming into the backfield. As we said, that defensive front, that time led by Nyquez Wade, a formidable opponent to the rushing attack that Tyler Peterson and Brandon brings into tonight. And it looks like we're going to have an official timeout here after first down.
Very big play right there on the tackle. Shoto lost his helmet, so he's got to come out for a play. That was the stoppage. So Shoto's going to have to come out for a play. Colin Love will replace him for this one play. He was not injured. So it is second down. They're going to give him a loss of 2 on the play, so make it 2nd and 12 now. And the freshman checks in the backfield. That is Nate Blunt, another one of the trio of running backs, and he is the bowling ball of the 3. Hard to believe that young man is just a freshman. Really broke out last week in the game against Northwest Rankin. Sullivan trying the hard count. We didn't buy what he was selling. He'll do the quick throw to his tight end, and that ball is caught, but a good tackle and a minimal gain out to the 22-yard line.
Good-looking tight end, the senior Will Tyndall, number 19, who catches that one out in the flat off the left arm of Sullivan. Good job by Landon Moore coming up from his safety position to make the tackle.
So we've got a Pearl Pool, 3rd down and 7. Looks like Sullivan will keep his freshman running back in there. There's some confusion on the Brandon side, and we're at 7 on the play clock. I think they're going to have to burn a timeout here, and they will. Brandon can't get their act together. The Pirates are fired up. We'll step aside for just a moment.
Leave it up to us at Ag Up with the MVP. The powerful John Deere 303080 is priced at a low $22,995 plus 0% financing for 72 months. That's zilch. Zip. 0% for 72 months. Plus, add attachments to get the job done and save 20% off 3. Now is the time to come in to get the job done with the MVP at Mississippi Arkansas Ag. Visit us at any of our 16 locations or online at agup.com.
We are back out of the timeout. Brandon facing a 3rd down and 7. Now they will change backs, and it'll be Zaylon Johnson that goes back there.
Now they're making Shoto check out yet again for something to do with his uniform. Perhaps his pants weren't covering his knees, which I know sometimes officials will get a little ticky about, and that could be costly right there, Greg Flynn, as Shoto checks out. Colin Love will check back in. 2 equipment malfunctions on Shoto here within the first 3 downs on defense.
So Love will be the other linebacker. Hopefully the front 4 can get push. Sullivan back to pass. We do have pressure. They're going to throw a screen, but well read by the Pirates, and they're not going to get it. There he is. Colin Love coming in the game as a substitute. Gets a little chest bump from Shoto.
What a response by Colin Love, the senior, who checks in. Charles Stevens got in there on the screen pass, and Colin Love was sitting there waiting on the Josh Sullivan dump off to the running back. Great stand here early in this one for the Pearl Pirates.
So Brandon Wills drop back to punt. Jerry Johnson stands at his own 40, expecting a big kick.
Punt will come off the right foot of Jacob Keys.
Good snap. Kick is away. Will not be returnable. And it takes a Pearl hop. And the Pirates will get the ball on their own 42-yard line. Good field position for our first possession.
We'll take a look at your Pirates starters tonight on offense. Shade Foster, the senior, will be the quarterback and leader of this offense. He will have in the backfield with him Jamari Thompson, the T-Train. Your wideouts, Jerry Johnson, Alex Spires, and Jalen Kendrick. Austin Arant, number 11, your halfback. Alexander, your tight end. And the offensive line will be McIntyre, Grantham, Jackson, Spence, and Connor Foy.
Shoto comes across. Foster now will set the offense. There goes Jamari trying the left side. Puts his head down. He'll cross the 45 out to the 47-yard line.
Defensive front for Brandon, finding their way into the backfield. Jamari trying to scoot to the outside as Connor Foy was pulling around from his center position, trying to open up a hole along with Colby Spence. And Jamari Thompson will net about 4 on that first down carry.
Shade going to go quick this time. Give it to Jamari. Oh, and a nice tackle made. Jamari could have broken that one, but a great stop there by Dylan Thompson, number 64, grabbing onto the train wheel for dear. Look at that. Just holds on.
And good tackle there by Thompson, but Greg Flynn, with that carry, the T-Train has eclipsed the 1,000-yard mark for the 2020 season. 1,001 yards now for Jamari Thompson on his junior campaign.
Third down and a long 2. Jamari looking left. He's going to bust through for the first down. Renaissance Bank, let's move those chains.
Good job by a big guy finding a small crease as he only needed about 3, and Jamari Thompson kind of leaned into that hole there and used his 240-pound frame and those powerful legs to continue to push forward. And the Pirates now in Bulldog territory and with a big first down.
From the Brandon 46. There goes Shoto in motion. Flip it to him. And that time Brandon knew that was coming. Nowhere for Shoto to run. No gain on the play.
Yeah, great job by the Brandon defense reading that one all the way across as Braylon Washington, the junior linebacker, saw Shoto coming in motion, and he read the play from the beginning.
Pirates hurry to the line. Now they're going to take a bit to look at what the defense is giving them. Coach Hunter, Coach J.J. Worrell calling the plays. Shade's going to throw, looking quick over the middle. He's got that ball complete to Spires. Ball pops out. Brandon's going to recover it at the 20-yard line as Spires could not hang on as he took the hit.
A beautiful pass from Shade Foster, a great catch by Alex Spires, but a better hit by the safety from Brandon. Did not get a number. That was number 26 for Brandon. Chris McAllister, the senior safety, came up and put his helmet right on top of the football. The football squirts out, and Elijah Miles, the linebacker, jumps on top of it. And what was a promising-looking Pearl Pirate first drive will end in the first turnover of the night for the Pirates.
So that Sky Family Dental turnover, man, that one felt like a root canal. As Brandon's going to take over. Looks like they're going to have the freshman back in the game. That's Blunt as the running back. Give it to, nope, keeping it by Sullivan. DJ Hudson's going to try and pull him down, but Sullivan, the much larger of the two players, rides him out for a first down.
Yeah, Josh Sullivan, a strong guy who is known a little more for his legs than he is for his arm, and that time he powers through the DJ Hudson tackle past the yard to gain and picks up the first down of the night for the Bulldogs.
It was a good job. They faked it to Blunt, and then Sullivan on the keeper. DJ did a good job just to limit it to that. Now they give it to Blunt up the middle. Nothing doing there. Everybody collapsing in. Malachi Porter. Shoto gets up from down there. Big Jeremy Jackson.
Nate Blunt comes into the game tonight as a freshman, but with already 49 carries at the varsity level. Averages about 3.5 yards a tote.
Nyquez Wade there securing the tackle on the bottom as well. Second down and 10. Sullivan going to throw quick. He's hit. Ball is a floater, and that is incomplete. Boy, Pirates brought the heat that time and just didn't get to him.
Pass intended for Zylon Johnson, the senior running back who was lined up in the slot, and you called it, Greg Flynn. The big meatball, Jeremy Jackson, was right in the face of Josh Sullivan, and he just had to heave it up. Zylon Johnson did have a step on Landon Moore, but the ball just about a yard and a half too far, and that will bring us another Pearl Pool third down.
3rd and 10 from the 35. Actually, the 34. Oh, high snap. Sullivan going to throw over to the sideline. That ball is intercepted by Marcus Mosley.
Josh Sullivan, for the second time this drive, just threw it up. That one looked worse than the first one. And although Caleb Anderson is a tall cat out there at wide receiver, Marcus Mosley had perfect position. And Brandon trades us a turnover for a turnover. The Pirates with a big interception. And both teams now with one turnover here just halfway through the first quarter.
1st and 10 for the Pirates from the 45. Hand it off. Good drive that time by the offensive line. A 6-yard carry all the way out to the Brandon 49. Goes the train.
Good job by Austin Arant getting the blitzing linebacker. And then Jamari just riding the backs of Leo McIntyre and Colby Spence for a big 6-yard gain on first down.
2nd and 4. There goes Jamari again. Up the middle. Plows his way. It takes 2 Bulldogs to bring him down. It's a first down.
Yeah, number 64, Dylan Thompson, the senior defensive lineman, got a free ride via the T-train right there as Jamari Thompson showing how those leg workouts across the summer paying off as he rumbles for a first down.
1st and 10 from the Brandon 43. Trying it again. Jamari. They'll fall forward close to the 40. They'll put him down at the 41.
Justin Hunter and Jonathan Worrell, the offensive coordinator here at Pearl, clearly trying to establish Jamari Thompson in the run game early in this one. As we said, it will be a back-and-forth rushing game, which means the clock will tick quickly. We're already halfway through the first quarter already.
Going quick, trying to get him. There goes Jamari, right side. He's taking them all for a ride tonight. That's the second play in a row that Blake Smith has gotten a free ride on the train.
Good job by Jamari going off tackle, popping to the outside. How about Connor McHenry in there at that halfback tight end position, throwing a big block.
Brandon showing blitz, nearly fell off sides. Did a little tippy-toe tightrope, but 3rd down and a long one. There goes Jamari. Got the first down. Renaissance Bank moving the chains on the Thompson carry.
Great job by the right side of the line. Austin Arant and Connor McHenry throwing blocks, along with Hayden Jackson and Connor Foy that you see right there, 55 and 73 in your screen. And Jamari Thompson just following the avenue. Shoto going to check into the backfield now as Shade in the offense will go 4 wide. Cody Arms joins Kendrick, Jay Bird, and Alex Fires.
Shade will give it to Shoto. Shoto doing some shifting. Looks like they grabbed a face mask and the helmet came off. I don't see a penalty flag yet. Is there one?
There is. They ripped Shoto's helmet off. There is a flag here.
Excellent. Professor, you could feel some energy down there. Thought we had Roy Harper.
Yeah, you can see right there, Shoto popping to the outside, gives number 48, Cooper Jenkins, a little stiff arm, and then Jenkins grabbed the face mask, and for the second time, Shoto's helmet comes off. That time it was via the Brandon penalty, and the first penalty of the night will give the Pirates great field position all the way into the red zone on the Bulldog side of the field.
Shade will set up with Shoto in the backfield. Give it to Shoto. Trying to beat him, his man to the corner. Nope, he's going to cut back, and he's going to lose yardage back to the 19.
Braylon Washington, that time the linebacker, had man-to-man coverage on Shoto to the outside. You're going to see a great shot here on the River Trust replay as Washington bounces to the outside. Shoto tries to give him a little stutter step back to the inside. Washington did not bite, and tackles Shoto for about a 4-yard loss on first down.
No, they had 5 Bulldogs out there. There was really nothing going to come of that one. Shade looking to throw. Pressured. Spins out of it. Now he's going to pull it down and run. Inside the 15. Inside the 10. Shade is fearless.
The resurrection of Shade Foster and his rushing attack the last few weeks has been phenomenal. Shade improvising that time as Cooper Jenkins had him blown up, but he shakes him, shakes another defensive lineman, does a little tap the B button spin move, and then it's just hold on to the ball, and great job by Shade there, even diving forward for a couple of yards to set up third and manageable.
3rd down and 5. There goes Jamari. He's going to plow his way inside the 5. That will be a 1st down, and 1st and goal, Pirates.
First time I can recall, Greg Flynn, that we put Jamari Thompson in the Wildcat Wild Pirate formation. Typically it's Jerry Johnson, but that time it proves very beneficial as Jamari churns forward. Pirates now staring at a 1st and goal.
Leave Jamari in there at the Wildcat. He's going to keep it again. The T-Train is rolling. Touchdown, Pirates.
And look at the two guys that led the way for the T-Train, the defensive guys getting a little offensive push. Jeremy Jackson and Charles Stevens come over from the defensive line and throw some great outside blocks as they pull across for Jamari Thompson. And 4 yards later, it's 6-0 Pirates in the Rankin County Super Bowl.
Now we're set up with that wonky. There, we're going to try the 2-pointer again. They can't stop it. In goes Jamari for 2. You can watch it on film all you want, but you can't defend it.
3 times in 4 weeks, that is proved for an extra 2 points as Connor McHenry, the long snapper, slings it over to Jamari Thompson behind the gate. And Jamari walks it in. 2 times he visits pay dirt, and it's 8-0 Pirates.
We'll step aside with the Raising Cane's touchdown and the 2-point conversion by Jamari.
Think of the Pearl Pirates, and one word comes to mind: pride. The pride they take in their efforts, the pride our community feels in their achievement. We're all Pirate boosters, and that's especially true at Bank of Yazoo. Proud not only to be a partner in education with Pearl High School, but also to serve the Pearl community with great financial options. So when you're ready to boost your spirits, come feel the pride with the Pirates. And when you're ready to boost your bottom line, come down to Bank of Yazoo. Bank of Yazoo, proud to be your booster for life. Member FDIC.
Austin Green has our Georgia Blue kickoff in the air. Be a deep kick and be taken in and dropped at the 1 back into the end zone for a touchback. Ozario Smith had to kind of got the shakes a little of the excitement.
I was going to say Ozario Smith made Tyler Peterson's heart rate go up really quickly as he dropped that one. But thankful for Ozario and the Bulldogs, he dropped it into the end zone in high school football. That makes it immediately a touchback. So we'll see how the Bulldogs respond to the Pirates' punch after the Marcus Mosley interception. Jamari Thompson with a 4-yard touchdown run. A little trickeration to add 2 onto it, and it's 8-0 Battle Gray and the Pirates.
Sullivan going to hand that ball off. Pirates are there. And look at the meatball, Jeremy Jackson.
Meatball sandwiches being made on offense and defense as Jeremy Jackson just threw the block for Jamari Thompson on the touchdown run. And right there, he fights off the block and just eats up Ozario Smith in the backfield. That's a good-looking junior football player.
Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 11. Sullivan going to throw out into the flat. Complete. Very minimal gain, though, as that ball is complete there to...
I believe that was number 9, Zaylon Johnson, the running back, who's been out in the flat as much as he has in the backfield. And good job by Landon Moore. A sure tackle coming up and going right at the feet of Zaylon Johnson and Brandon in a position that they don't like to be, which is 3rd and long. An offense that's done a lot more rushing than passing is going to be forced to put it in the air.
Pearl Pool, 3rd down and 8. Pearl defense has done a nice job not jumping on the hard count. Play clock at 3. Just does get it off. Sullivan throwing deep. Intercepted by Jaybird. He's bringing it back. He'll be taken down inside the 40, but the 2nd consecutive drive with an interception. The Pirates are cooking again.
And the Pirates are exposing the weakness of this Bulldog offense, which is trying to put the ball in the air. As we said, on 3rd and long, they were going to be forced to throw it. And for the 2nd time in 2 drives, Josh Sullivan sails that one up in the air, and Jerry Johnson says, I can do it both ways. I can catch that thing and play defense. And great job by Jerry Johnson, who then has an 18-yard return, and the Pirates going to start this one in Bulldog territory, already up 8-0, and Landon Moore checks into that halfback position, Greg Flynn.
Pulling out all the stops tonight. Showing Brandon things that we have not shown all season. Shade going to throw. Quickly, he's got his man. It's Landon Moore with the catch at the 20.
Landon Moore, his first offensive snap of the entire season, goes in motion, and Shade puts it a little bit high, and Landon says, I got you, bro.
And guys,
great catch by a safety.
I don't know if y'all could see it from up there, but that was probably the catch of the year.
Roy, that was beautiful, and usually they say if defenders could catch, they play offense. Well, Landon just proved he can.
That's right. That was awesome.
Back to the ground, and Jamari driving the legs towards the 15. He'll get to the 16. As you can just feel the momentum in this building, just building for the Pirates.
Yeah, you stole the words out of my mouth. Momentum wearing navy and gold at this point as Landon Moore pulled that catch in. The sidelines went ballistic. So excited for him in his first offensive stat of the year, and it was a big one to put the Pirates inside the Bulldog red zone. Already up 8-0 as it looks like this is going to be, that would be the final play of the first quarter.
It's been entertaining. If you're a Pirate, we've played 1, Pirates 8, Bulldogs nothing.
Hey, my name is Dante, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A nuggets is the authentic taste of it. You can tell it's freshly breaded, seasoned perfectly, and it just has this unique taste that compares to no other. Once I bite into it,
My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven-toasted, cheesy top layer. If home had a flavor, it would be Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm passionate about it.
When something works this well,
Paying bills? This site is so comprehensive. I do all my banking online. More time for coffee?
you want to get others excited about it too.
Yes, honey. They're very conscientious, and they're about helping us map out a plan for our future.
It's nice to know we make a difference.
So easy. They had lots of creative ways to help me afford the loan for the cutest car I've wanted
And
for
that a
so
great
long.
bank is a really important thing to have. Comprehensive, conscientious, creative, community bank like no other bank you know.
Today's game brought to you by P&B Sports.
We are about set for the second quarter as the Pirates are set up nicely with a 2nd down and 5. Already leading it 8-0. They've got 2 turnovers, 2 interceptions on the last 2 Brandon drives. Trying to cash this one in. Shade going to throw again, looking, throwing the fade to the corner. Spires could not jump for that one. That one falls incomplete, but it's been such a nice mixture, Bryant, of run and pass that really keeping Brandon off balance.
Yeah, you got to really like the game plan so far by Justin Hunter and Jonathan Worrell. Taking a look at some of your first quarter stats in this one. Team stats, Bulldogs. We'll catch that after this 3rd down play.
3rd down and 5. Foster going to give it to Jamari. Makes the first man miss. They're going to stack him up and throw him back. He's hit hard there at the very end. And Jamari pops right back up, though.
So a decision to make here for Justin Hunter is it's going to be 4th and about 4.
We're going to go.
And looks like he will leave the offense on the field. We got a little, nope, we're going to set up a little trickeration potentially. It looks like the same play, Greg Flynn, that we run on the 2-point conversion. We're going to set it up here for
it's a potential
the field goal, which Shade Foster can kick or he can throw. So let's see what happens.
Now we're going to set up and go for it regularly. I like this better. Everybody moving. Shade looking, throws back across. Are you kidding me? It's the big Leo rumbling. Arrgh! Leo McIntyre.
And I will guarantee you Justin Hunter and Jonathan Worrell have had that one in their pocket all season long for that moment right there. Let me set it up. Leo McIntyre has played tight end for his entire career as a Pearl Pirate. This year he said, Coach, I'll do whatever you need me to do. And Big Leo converted from a tight end to a tackle. He's not touched the ball all season long until right there. How fitting on a 4th down play, a tight end screen as Greg Flynn set up the little trickeration pre-play, and the officials are going to call timeout. I believe Tyler Peterson's trying to argue and figure out whether Leo McIntyre was an eligible receiver on that play. And Greg Flynn, I'm believing, I didn't catch it, but I'm believing that maybe because of the way they had set up for the field goal that Leo became eligible. It would be a 15-yard touchdown pass from Shade Foster to Leo McIntyre if it'll stand. The officials now discussing things, and Justin Hunter listening as closely as he can be within guidelines, and we'll see what the call will be right here.
Well, no flag came out, so they're keeping it. Well, maybe not. Shade did not look very happy about it. What are we doing? He's signaling like it's a first down.
Never saw a flag drop down there. Roy Harper, I don't know how close you are to the action. Can you tell what the discussion is?
Hang on. Yeah. Their point is though it's going towards Brandon's ball.
What they're saying, I'm sorry I had the headset off so I could listen to the ref. He's saying that that Leo was across the line of scrimmage and that it was a forward pass, but Coach Hunter is arguing that actually Leo had come back behind the line of scrimmage and it was actually a backwards pass, and that he had told them we were going to run this play before the game, but they're not buying it.
So they're calling it an illegal forward pass?
Yes. An illegal forward pass, an illegal touch. An illegal touch by an offensive lineman who was downfield and not behind the line of scrimmage. I don't know. That's what he said.
Okay. Well, that's what the officials are going to rule. We have to stay with it. We don't have to like it.
The Pirate faithful obviously not in agreement.
Take the points off the board. And there's a stick. Shoto comes up and makes the big lick on the freshman, Blunt. Boy, that's just a shame. That was a lot of things have to go right on that play, I guess, and you know, when you run those little trick plays.
And guys, also, I'd like to know how they can call the touchdown but not throw a flag and then reverse it without a replay.
It's an excellent point there, Roy, because nobody threw a flag. It's an excellent point. And the ball off again. Again, nothing doing. Our front four doing a tremendous job as Jeremy comes in and drops him.
Great response by the defense after kind of the punch in the gut there on the called back touchdown on 4th down. And Jeremy Jackson and Charles Stevens, we said they'd be keys to the game on defense, and they have done exactly what you would ask them to do, which is clog up the middle. And Brandon now in their 4th offensive possession, unable to get any momentum, trying to carry that ball right up the middle. Brandon so far with only 1 first down through a quarter and 2 minutes now into the second quarter. 9:45 remaining. It's 8-0 Pirates.
3rd down and 7 for Sullivan. Quick throw out to his left. Oh, but we are there and didn't buy anything of what they were selling. Shoto lights him up. Devin Thigpen going nowhere.
Yeah, they threw a wide receiver screen to the sophomore. Thigpen and Shoto had him man-to-man, and no one clipped Shoto. No one got in his way, and Shoto showed up with a big hit and another 3-and-out, another stop for this Pirate defense. Great response after having the touchdown called back. You doing exactly what you're asked if you were this Austin Wilbanks defense.
Jay Bird standing back at his 40. Kick is away. It's a huge punt. Goodness gracious. Fair catch called for, and he lets it bounce over his head, and it's going to roll inside the 15, inside the 10, at the 9. Wow. Jay Bird let that go over his head after waving for the fair catch.
Greg Flynn, I believe that's about a 67-yard high school punt.
I can't believe he let that go over his head.
Unbelievable. This is a rivalry, but you got to tip your cap to Jacob Keys, who's only a sophomore, ladies and gentlemen, and he just dropped a 67-yard punt in the biggest game that he's played for so far in his life. And the Pirates got a long way to go after a big stop and a massive Jacob Keys punt.
Got a 40-yard punt and a 20-yard roll. There goes Jamari. He'll cross the 10 out to the 11. And the Pirates got a long way to go now. After having points taken off the board, they have to go the length of the field this time. Pickup of 2 on the play, bring up 2nd down and 8. Shea throwing out to Jaybird. Trying to make a man miss. Spins out. He'll get to the 15, maybe the 16. That will give him the 16.
The first time we really seen Jerry Johnson get the ball on offense and have a chance to do anything is he had Braylon Washington out here on the outside. It puts a little shake and bake on him to make it 3rd and short.
3rd down and 3. This would be in the shallow end of the Pearl pool. Give it to Jamari. He's not going to make it this time as he's going to be stopped short.
It will be 4th and about a yard and a half, and you got to go ahead and kick this one away as the Bulldogs have been able to find no momentum on offense. Shade Foster ran off of the field. He is our punter. I'm not sure if he's changing a shoe or what's going on there on the sideline. Jamari Thompson going to stay in there.
Yeah, we're going to have to take a timeout because everybody was lined up ready to snap it to nobody. We'll step aside. It's 8-0 Pirates.
WPBP and PMB TV would like to thank our latest sponsor, Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts is located at 403 Riverwind Drive. With over 32 different types of donuts, they can take care of your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can now choose from their menu of sandwiches, wraps, and muffins. And don't forget the drinks. Along with coffee, espressos, and lattes for your morning drive, they also have soft drinks, cold brew coffees, and smoothies. The Pearl Pirates run on Dunkin' Donuts.
Hey there, I'm Aisha, and my favorite thing about the Chick-fil-A nuggets is how easy you can share them with your friends. They taste fresh, they're crispy, you can taste that every single one is unique. The top tier, best chicken nuggets ever. You guys should put that in the commercial.
All right, now Shade Foster's on the field. Ready to punt it away. We're going to take another look at that illegal touching on the 2 drives ago. This punt's going to be taken in at the 49 and taken down immediately.
Reagan Wallace on the reception of that 32-yard Shade Foster punt, and good job by Shade getting it out of there, but Brandon will still start in Pirate territory, their best starting field position of the night so far.
All right, so Sullivan's going to lead the offense back out.
Referring back to that illegal touching penalty, we're going to try to see if we can bring that replay up for you. Roy Harper asked a great question during the break, and I may have an answer for him.
There's a handoff, but it's going absolutely nowhere, and there comes the meatball. Jeremy Jackson for a TFL.
99 is having an incredible game tonight. Jeremy Jackson's living in this Bulldog backfield as he eats another one right there. That time it was number 9, Zaylon Johnson, the senior, who's been swallowed up a couple of times by Jeremy Jackson, and now the Bulldogs back into their own territory.
Loss of 6, 2nd down and 16. Sullivan gonna throw. Over the middle, nearly intercepted by DJ Hudson.
Will Tyndall running the crossing route from the tight end position. He's lined up there in the slot, and DJ Hudson read it all the way and ran up, and it hit DJ right in the hands. He did have a little traffic in front of him, which may have prevented him from squeezing it all the way in, but Brandon going to be facing a really, really long third down where they have not done a good job of that. We'd love for Josh Sullivan just to heave one up again and maybe have his third INT of the night.
3rd and 16. Little quick pass. That's going to be well short of the first down, and that will be a hold by the defense.
Here comes our replay back from the last Pirate offensive drive, as you're going to see Leo McIntyre come over there, number 50.
Let's just watch number 50, see where he goes.
Yep. The call ends up being an illegal touching, as
that is so far back behind the line of scrimmage.
That is behind the line of scrimmage, and I want to read after this Nichols punt coming up. I want to read the definition of an illegal touching penalty that may answer what the professor was asking during our last commercial break.
Good snap. Kick is away. Johnson calls for fair catch, gets away from it, and it nearly touches him.
Are they going to say it was a fumble?
Well, they're going to say it might have touched him. Let's see.
Nope, the official's going to. Wow, the official is all confused. Before I read you anything with illegal touching, we got to address what's going on right here. Jerry Johnson, I believe, called for a fair catch. But then let's see, we're going to see it here on the River Trust replay. I guess he felt the Brandon defender was getting too close, and he jumped out of the way. Again, if the ball touches him, which it did not.
Looked like it hit his knee, but that's all right. Hopefully we get away with that. Our offense is on the field, so they're still discussing it.
Yep.
Ooh, it looked like it hit his knee.
This one hopefully going to go the way of the Pirates, and the last one
they're going to take.
We could say went the way of the Bulldogs.
They're going to go over and talk to Tyler Peterson, is the referee. It's going to stay Pirate football, thank goodness. Boy, Jerry Johnson just not having a good night back there fielding punts. So first down for the Pirates at the 9-yard line. Hand it off to Jamari, and this one's going nowhere. This game has just kind of lost a whole lot of feel. We had good momentum rolling, but now all of a sudden it's kind of hit the skids a little bit.
And I hate to belabor the point of that penalty, but illegal touching is defined by touching the pass of a player who is ineligible by position, such as an interior lineman, which is what Leo was lined up as a quarterback lined up under center. I've got one more part I want to read there.
There's a handoff to Shoto. He's going to make it out to the 14.
And this is where it becomes critical. So we could say that Leo was lined up. He was an interior lineman. This foul indicates a loss of 5 yards, but does not carry the loss of down. That was the question from Roy Harper during the break. It does not carry the loss of down, but Pearl was forced to lose the down on that fourth down conversion.
Yeah, that was my question. If it's not a loss of down, if they accept the penalty, we get a 5-yard penalty. If they decline the penalty, we get a touchdown. Either way, we either get a touchdown or keep the ball. So, in my opinion, they just really...
That is very true.
They just really blew that call.
We don't want to overlook the injured Bulldog right now, number 24, Kazarius Bowie, the junior defensive lineman. So here we go, Leo McIntyre. He was an interior lineman on that play. As you can see, Alexander lined up over him as the tight end. So perhaps if Leo did not check in, which they said that they had called the play earlier to the official, but if Leo did not check in, then maybe it was illegal touching, but should not have been the loss of downs, at least to our understanding.
Shade up under center. Hand the ball off to Shoto. Ooh, they were ready for that. That ball, we're not going to get the first down as he barely gets it back to the 15.
And now it's been defensive stop traded for defensive stop. Good job that time on the Bulldog defense by number 15, Elijah Miles, making the tackle.
So fourth down, we'll drop back to punt. And it's almost like somebody's kind of deflated the energy that the Pirate offense had just a little bit ago. That kick is away. It'll be fielded at the 47, right up the middle. A good return this time And the Bulldogs are going to have prime real estate at the 30-yard line. Penalty flag comes in from the referee.
Typically, that's a call made against the return team. Good job by Cole Copley coming in and making that tackle.
Well, let's see. Here's the official call. Illegal block in the back. We like that. And we're going to take it back.
32 yards on the Shade Foster punt. Braylon Washington in there almost getting a piece of that one, but Elijah Miles and that good return going to be negated by a block in the back, and the second Bulldog penalty of the night going to back them up. 3:50 remaining here in the second quarter. As this one going quick, two teams who like to keep the ball on the ground make for a speedy football game.
Our offense, completely, like I said, lost that air after that controversial ending of a drive. And the next two drives really just didn't result in very much. So now the defense has to stand tall with the ball in their territory. Sullivan has the freshman in the backfield. And that's a little early movement by Brandon. So let's back it up on the Havard Realty penalty. And we'll do first down again, but it will be first down and 15 this time. Take that ball back to the 46-yard line. And number 68 just couldn't quite hold his water. Same formation set for the Bulldogs. Sullivan, pressure. Jeremy Jackson takes him down. Ball's loose. Ball is out. It is Pirate football.
They're calling him down.
Yeah, they're calling Josh Sullivan down. And we'll, again, take a look on the River Trust replay as Jeremy Jackson, all of the meatball was hanging all over Josh Sullivan. Josh Sullivan, thankfully, was able to get up as he went down kind of awkwardly. Jeremy Jackson hanging on to the jersey there. We'll see there's that knee touch. And, it does look like the left knee of Josh Sullivan hit the turf. Good job that time by the officials. I know we've called him out tonight.
That ball looked like it was coming loose, though, while he was coming down, though. Anyway, it's a big loss. Back into Bulldog territory to the 48. So second down in Richland to go for these Dogs. Sullivan going to look a little option. Kicks it out. Oh, this is going to be a big play. This is going to be a big play. Down to the 21-yard line goes Azario Smith.
And for the first time tonight, a Bulldog back really able to find some space.
No, check that. Make that Zaylon Johnson. That's number 9.
Yeah, and that was Zaylon Johnson, the senior, 30 yards in a flash from Zaylon Johnson. Great downfield tackle by Shoto, just able to finally grab him and pull him down, or that one would have been 6.
Did a good job covering up the quarterback. You kind of let the back get loose on you, though, on that option. Well, now the defense backed up a bit more. I hate that one. It was like 2nd and 25. Keeper by Sullivan. Tristan Carpenter can't make the tackle. Sullivan into the end zone for a touchdown.
21-yard scamper by the senior quarterback Josh Sullivan, who struggled with his arm tonight, but the legs look good right there from 21 yards out to make it 8-6. Pirates in the Rankin County Super Bowl.
Brandon setting up for the traditional point after. Keys the kicker. Good snap, good hold. Kick is wonky. Ooh, but it went through. Not the prettiest of things, but it is 8-7 now. Pirates in front.
WPBP and PMB TV would like to thank our latest sponsor, Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts is located at 403 Riverwind Drive. With over 32 different types of donuts, they can take care of your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can now choose from their menu of sandwiches, wraps, and muffins. And don't forget the drinks. Along with coffee, espressos, and lattes for your morning drive, they also have soft drinks, cold brew coffees, and smoothies. The Pearl Pirates run on Dunkin' Donuts.
Keys is going to have our Georgia Blue kickoff as, man, it just does not feel as though this is an 8-7 game now. Pearl had dominated this half so far, but only up by a single point with 2:27 left to play before the break. So we'll see if the offense can re-energize the way they were earlier in the half and get rolling once again. This is a little poocher kick. It's going to drop. Somebody get on it. Whew. Take a deep breath there.
Yeah, Austin Arant, the first guy who tried to dive on top of it, and it bounced off his shoulder pads ahead of him, and then good heads-up play by Landon Moore as that thing had some backspin on it, and Landon Moore dove over the top of Arant to cover it up and save this possession. 2:23 remaining before the half. Keep it right here for the Shane Fletcher Farm Bureau Insurance Halftime Show, as we'll have a special interview with Pearl Mayor Jake Wyndham about what this Pearl-Brandon rivalry means to him.
Shade Foster out. He's got 4 wide. Give it to the train. Jamari will fall forward past the 35, out to the 36. Pickup of 3, make it 2nd down and 7. Shea tried to go with a little quick count. Now he'll look over. Brandon with the 3-down lineman. Looks like they're just want to play pure event defense right now, but we're going to run it. And there goes Jamari, still driving over the 40, out to the 42. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1.
2 timeouts remaining for the Pirates with 90 seconds remaining before the half. Looks like we're going to go Wild Pirate once again with Jamari Thompson in the backfield on 3rd and short.
Jamari looking for a hole. They got him in the backfield that time. Nobody blocked, and everybody let their man go, it appeared. And big old number 93, Carrington Wilson Jr.
Yeah, Wilson assisted by number 15, Elijah Miles. Both met Jamari Thompson, and as big as Jamari is, he wasn't going anywhere through that wall of Bulldog.
Brandon will take a timeout to preserve some time. We'll take one with him. 1:14 to play in the 2nd quarter.
Hey Pearl Pirates, this is your staff at Elite Physical Therapy. We are now open next to Hines Community College off of Highway 80. So whether you get hurt on or off the field, we are here to help. We accept most insurances and offer convenient scheduling. With hours from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., we are sure to find a time that fits for you.
So if pain has you down, don't worry. Come see us at Elite Physical Therapy.
Go Pirates!
Come find your taste buds at the Lost Cajun. Chef Charles is cooking everything to order. Cajun classics like gumbo, jambalaya, and red beans and rice. Pick your po' boy, shrimp, oyster, roast beef, or maybe gator. Proudly serving USDA farm-raised catfish. When you're done, loosen the belt up a bit for some homemade beignets. Dine in, take out, order online, and get it delivered. Reserve our party room for your group. Find your way to the Lost Cajun in Pearl and Byram.
4th down, and the Pirates appear that they're going to punt, and we're going to get another timeout by Brandon. I believe that is their last of the half. I don't know if they thought we were going to fake it or what, but that's an odd time to burn another timeout.
Yeah, the Pirates came out with a little bit of an interesting formation there on that punt, and they all shifted, trying to draw that Bulldog special teams offsides, as an offside penalty right here would give the Pirates second life here on this final drive before halftime. But Tyler Peterson, I believe, read that before the Pirates could shift and used another timeout wisely, and the Bulldogs do have none left with 74 seconds remaining before the half.
Roy Harper, if you can hear me down there, down along the sidelines, as the professor is roaming the sidelines.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, it just seems to me like all the air's gone out of our sails since that controversial call.
It has. It's the whole atmosphere has changed down here, and the problem is we're just going to have to get over that. It's done. It's over with. We got to get over that and get back to the way we were playing and the things we were doing before.
Shade now, we're going to overshift here to the left side. Now we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. Pearl Well, we're just wanting to extend it. We just love the first half. We want to extend it. It's been so wacky that we want to keep it going.
Yeah, a little chess match going up here on special teams between Justin Hunter and Tyler Peterson. And I don't know so much that either team is trying to draw a fake or draw somebody off sides as much as just trying to have the right play, because even with 1:14 remaining, and that may be what that timeout was there for Justin Hunter, if you were to make a mistake right here, you would give Brandon great field position with plenty of time to potentially push it into the end zone or even kick an extra point off the right foot of Nichols. And so Justin Hunter not wanting to make any mistake in this one-point contest. Again, 8-7 Pirates with 1:14 remaining before the half, and Shade will drop back to punt.
Now it's a more traditional look to the line. Good snap. Kick is away. Low line driver. It's going to be taken in at the 23 and dropped immediately. There's Malachi Porter in there along with Marcus Thompson.
Yeah, Marcus Thompson, the sophomore on special teams. Great job of getting down there and making a great open field tackle on number 17, Reagan Wallace, in the flat, complimented by Malachi Porter.
Boy, Malachi can bring the thunder, can he?
He sure can. 66 seconds remaining before the break here. In this one, it's 8-7 Pirates over the Bulldogs. The only difference, that little swing gate two-point conversion that the Pirates have gone 3 for 3 on in the last month.
Now, if you're Coach Peterson, you've been picked off twice. You'd have to throw it if you want to try and do anything here at the end of the half. I'd like to see him throw it. I think they're going to run it. No, he's going to throw it. Oh, good. Throw it deep. Out of bounds. Jaybird on the coverage, but that had no intention of being complete. Keep throwing it 2 more times. Let it be incomplete. You use no clock.
That's right. Or you potentially have a pick six, as Jerry Johnson, I believe, was wanting that one, trying to find wide receiver Caleb Anderson, but that one was a good 3-4 yards out of bounds.
Justin Hunter was the only open receiver on that one. He was the
closest guy to it. Jerry Johnson already has a pick in this game that he ran back for about 18 yards. You know, Marcus Mosley or Jaybird here on the near side, number 4, if they could pick one off, would love to see a lot of open turf in front of them.
They're going to run it here. No, Sullivan's going to keep it. You want to contain him. Nice open field tackle there by Landon. Landon Moore coming up from the defensive backfield. He puts Sullivan on the ground, and it's going to be 3rd down.
Yeah, Landon Moore, the senior, is having an incredible ball game. Some great tackles, a big play on special teams to save a drive. And if you missed it earlier, Landon checked in for the first time this year on offense and made the catch of the season, going up to pull down a Shade Foster pass. Now they're going to be under 30 seconds remaining before the half.
They can't just run it because we have 1 timeout left. So we could force them to at least line up to punt. And they're going to run it. Oh, we got to get a hold of him.
Got to tackle him.
Everybody, Marcus Mosley finally comes up with it, but, man, we forgot that you had to get him on the ground first. Ozario Smith's going to take it out to midfield. Brandon's going to have to hurry with 12 seconds. They have no timeouts left. Sullivan will spike it, and that will stop the clock with 8.
As you said, no timeouts. Looks like it's going to be a little heave-ho.
I don't think he can throw it that far.
I don't know that he can throw it that far. 2 times tonight, Josh Sullivan has gone deep or attempted to go deep. Both times he's been picked off, once by Marcus Mosley, once by Jerry Johnson. And if you're Tyler Peterson, I think you have to be happy just to go to the half down by 1. But we'll see if he takes a risk here, 50 yards away from the end zone. And the Pirates are going to burn a timeout just to make sure that Austin Wilbank's defense is set up for this final play, what we believe will be the final play of the first half.
Well, it's our can't take timeouts to the locker room with you, so we're going to use one there just to be on the safe side. Frank Hutton says quick break. We'll take it with him.
It's a beautiful day at Georgia Blue. Just like a home-cooked meal, how mama makes you feel, that's what we do. Oh, yeah. The time is now to make memories with all your friends. We'll be living for you, so y'all come on in.
When you're ready to make a move in pirate country, contact Penny Pitts with Havard Real Estate Group in Pearl. Penny is a multi-million-dollar producer and loves to help her clients find the home of their dreams. If you are a first-time home buyer or ready to upsize or downsize, she is the agent for you. Penny is a Pearl High School graduate and an avid supporter of pirate athletics. Make your move with the home team. That's Penny Pitts, Havard Real Estate Group.
Out of the timeout, Jeremy Jackson sends us to the half with a sack.
You'll see it right here on the River Trust replay. 99 is having a night as he picks up his second sack of the night. Jeremy Jackson fights off the block, grabs Josh Sullivan, and throws him to the turf. And that will keep it at 8-7, Pirates over the Bulldogs.
Boy, and Elijah Haslam is not a small individual, and Jeremy just having his way with him there. All right, we'll take another quick break. When we come back, it's the Shane Fletcher Farm Bureau Insurance halftime. It is 8-7, Pirates.
Come find your taste buds at the Lost Cajun. Chef Charles is cooking everything to order. Cajun classics like gumbo, jambalaya, and red beans and rice. Pick your po' boy, shrimp, oyster, roast beef, or maybe gator. Proudly serving U.S.
We wanted to bring it back in here because there's a special moment down on the field. We'll see if we can't listen into John Rogers.
Where he participated on football and weightlifting teams. As an adult, Jerry's worked and supported the football program in many different ways, from working on the chain crew to hauling, serving the team chaplain, and setting up Bucky to run through the helmet. Jerry's also served as president of the Touchdown Club. Tonight, we would like to present his wife, Michelle, and sons, Braden and Cody, with a plaque from the Touchdown Club to show our appreciation for all that Jerry and his family have done to support the Pearl Pirates football program and our student athletes. Pearl will always be grateful and appreciative of Jerry's support to the program and his caring attitude towards our athletes. Jerry is and always will be missed by the Pearl Pirates. Please show your appreciation for Jerry Williams and his family.
One of the greatest Pearl Pirate supporters and players there ever was, Mr. Jerry Williams, who passed away unexpectedly a few months ago, presenting his family. His son Cody played here, his son Braden played here, and giving his wife Michelle a plaque to commemorate. It's the least that we could do for Jerry. Such a good man, good Christian man, a good friend for many, many years, and he will be sadly, sadly missed. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, you'll see the Pirate Band.
Come find your taste buds at the Lost Cajun. Chef Charles is cooking everything to order. Cajun classics like gumbo, jambalaya, and red beans and rice. Pick your po' boy, shrimp, oyster, roast beef, or maybe gator. Proudly serving USDA farm-raised catfish. When you're done, loosen the belt up a bit for some homemade beignets. Dine in, take out, order online, and get it delivered. Reserve our party room for your group. Find your way to the Lost Cajun in Pearl and Byram.
So you've injured your shoulder or your knee? And of course you want the best care and the best doctor available. The doctor on the left treats shoulders and knees and ankles and hands, while the Mississippi sports medicine doctor on the right specializes in one body area and one area only, treating thousands of patients a year. Trust your medical care to one of our true specialists. Mississippi Sports Medicine. We specialize for you.
Welcome back into Pearl High School, where we're live on the Shane Fletcher Farm Bureau Insurance Halftime Show. Your halftime score, the Pearl Pirates 8, the Brandon Bulldogs 7. It's a good one here at Ray Rogers Stadium, but right now, as a part of our Shane Fletcher Farm Bureau Insurance Halftime Show, we want to bring you the sights and the sounds from your 2020-2021 Pearl High School Marching Band. So we'll turn it over to public address announcer John Rogers as he intros the band. And here is your halftime entertainment from your Pearl Pirate Band.
To continue this evening, the Pirate Band presents its 2020 production of Hope for America. And now, under the field direction of drum makers, Asher Rowe and DJ Gregory, we proudly present the award-winning Pearl Pirate Band.
That was the sights and sounds of the Pearl Pirate Marching Band here as we're live on the Shane Fletcher Farm Bureau Insurance Halftime Show where the Pirates lead the Bulldogs 8-7 here at Ray Rogers Stadium. A close game coming up here in the second half shortly. But right now, I want to take it to an exclusive interview that Greg Flynn had a chance to do this week as he sat down with Mayor Jake Wyndham, who is not only the mayor over our city, but had a chance to put on the Pirate gear back in his day against the Brandon Bulldogs. And so here's an interview with Pearl Mayor Jake Wyndham about what this rivalry means to him.
Well, Jake, when we say Pearl Brandon football, what does that mean to you?
Life or death, right? I mean, as a true Pearl Pirate or a true Brandon Bulldog, and if it means something to you, I mean, Spirit Week is something that I have lived with for as long as I could possibly remember. But I'm 42 years old now. Of course, I played football for Pearl and actually involved in some of those games, and just the intensity and the sheer will to win and want to beat Brandon, that's what it was all about. We just had such a great rivalry for so many years. I've heard stories, I mean, dating back to, of course, I played in the 90s. I've heard stories in the 80s, 70s, and 60s, dating back when we actually started playing from friends of mine that are Brandon football players, and of course, great football players that I played with at Pearl, and some of the older guys too. So it's just a really good tradition, and and for me, it was just I was one of those kids that everything was about Pearl football, and I mean I ate, slept it, and did everything for it, and I'm hoping these young men are doing the same. I know I got all the faith in the world. I know Coach Hunter's going to have those guys ready for Friday night, and the old saying, like Bruce Merchant used to say, he wouldn't say Rydell, he said Riddell, and he said put that Riddell on somebody. But anyway, looking forward to it, and I will certainly be there. And we will also have the Hall of Fame presentation for the 2020 Hall of Fame inductees for Pearl Pirate football.
A memory that you have playing against these guys.
I remember also in those games, and not specific to one game, but even it didn't matter. Of course, everybody's heard this. It didn't matter really what your record was going into it. It was the will to make sure that you were representing your city, representing your school, and you came in there and gave it all you got. I had a 7th grade football coach tell me one time, he said, we don't lose to Brandon playing tiddlywinks. So it was very serious, and that I was ingrained as a young man to do that. Of course, I don't know. I know that even now, as we go into this week's game, these kids are probably thinking about it each and every day when they come in for out of football practice, and that's part of the Brandon Week too. You get to talk about Spirit Week, and you get to talk about some of the things that went on over the years that you've seen. When we talk about the rivalry, it is something that is just ingrained into us. At the Jamie Johnson concert this past Friday night, there was a lady there with her husband that I was talking to, and we were having a very good conversation, and she looked at me and she's like, I just can't really believe that we're even having a good time in Pearl, Mississippi. And I was kind of taken aback. I didn't understand where she was coming from when she said that. And she said, I graduated from Brandon in 2007 and was a Brandon cheerleader. I hate Pearl Pirates. She lives in Madison County now, but she said, I still hate y'all. And I said, well, I'm glad you're having a good time. She was very nice. We had a really good time. And she just remembers dating back to the time that when she was there. So it's a special night, and it really, really brings into the fact what the Rankin County Super Bowl means. Everybody knows that this game is big. It's big for bragging rights, but from a pride issue, it's huge. And so I'm hoping our boys will get out there and get after them on Friday night.
Hello, I'm State Representative Gene Newman, here to share a message to our young people and parents. There are many pathways to success. For some, it's four-year college, which is great if you have a chosen profession. But there are so many other opportunities to grow and succeed here in Mississippi. Our community colleges, VOTEC, trade schools, apprenticeship programs, and on-the-job training are all top-notch. Believe it or not, there are more than 7 million good jobs available across the country, and most don't require a four-year degree. I encourage parents to support their kids that have a love for skilled trades like construction, air conditioning repair, auto technicians, electricians, and so many others. We need a diverse workforce that can thrive even in tough times like pandemics. And remember, no matter what, every day is a great day to be a pirate.
At Raising Cane's, we are committed to safely serving you and your family the best tasting and highest quality chicken finger meals. This is very personal to me. I know how important it is to have a trusted, safe, and clean place to feed you and your loved ones. We will always go above and beyond all CDC guidelines, local government requirements, and industry standards. This is our promise to you. Cane's is open and we're here to serve you our hot, fresh chicken finger meals and drinks through drive-thru. Go to RaisingCanes.com for details or call your local Cane's. Thank you for your continued trust in us. One love.
Public service has always had a very special place in my heart, and to be able to do it and be a first responder as a reserve, when you're not getting paid, that's just one of the most selfless acts you can do. I think we all have a responsibility to our towns and our communities.
Well, for me, it's simple. I mean, when you say local, that's what's most important to me. Our citizens inside this county, we all care for each other, and we do everything we can to help everybody out. I am Shane Fletcher with Farm Bureau, and we are the home team.
Today's game brought to you by P&B Sports.
Public service has always had a very special place in my heart, and to be able to do it and be a first responder as a reserve, when you're not getting paid, that's just one of the most selfless acts you can do. I think we all have a responsibility to our towns and our communities.
Well, for me, it's simple. I mean, when you say local, that's what's most important to me. Our citizens inside this county, we all care for each other, and we do everything we can to help everybody out. I am Shane Fletcher with Farm Bureau, and we are the home team.
Leave it up to us at Ag Up with the MVP. The powerful John Deere 303080 is priced at a low $22,995 plus 0% financing for 72 months. That's zilch. Zip. 0% for 72 months. Plus, add attachments to get the job done and save 20% off 3. Now is the time to come in to get the job done with the MVP at Mississippi Arkansas Ag. Visit us at any of our 16 locations or online at agup.com.
Welcome back into Ray Rogers Stadium here on the campus of Pearl High School, where we're live on the Shane Fletcher Farm Bureau Insurance Halftime Show. Right now, your Pearl Pirates lead the Brandon Bulldogs 8-7 in the Rankin County Super Bowl. The Pirates with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion in the first quarter. The Bulldogs answer with a touchdown and extra point in the second, and that is all of the scoring that has taken place tonight. We'll bring you some scores from the region and also happening around the state tonight before we take a look at the stats and get you prepared for the second half. Just under 2 minutes remaining on the halftime clock. Other Region 3 6A games happening tonight. Petal leads Terry 35-20 at halftime. Again, the only reason that one matters is if Terry was able to beat the Panthers tonight, then this game would be just simply for seeding and playoff. But right now the Petal Panthers lead the Terry Bulldogs 35-20. In the game for the first and second seed in Region 3, Oak Grove leads Northwest Rankin. The Warriors 28, the Cougars 20. So if Oak Grove's able to hold on to that one, they will go undefeated in region play and hold on to the number 1 seed in Region 3 6A. Meridian George County at the bottom of the region, tied at 8 right now. Clinton leads number 3 Starkville 21-0. Big lead there for the Arrows over the number 3 ranked Starkville Yellow Jackets. Tupelo leads Oxford 6-0. And down there on the coast, Biloxi leads Gulfport 7-0.
That is just odd because basically Starkville, their playoffs were tonight because they had to win to keep playing. And that was the team that 3 weeks ago was the number 1 team in the state. And then all of a sudden they caught COVID, had to forfeit a non-conference game. Then they had to forfeit a conference game to Warren Central last week. And then they played a do-or-die game against Clinton tonight, and they're just not showing up, are they?
That's right. They also lost to Madison Central. And then, as you said, forfeited the game last week against Warren Central. And, man, a team that sat at number 1 in the state of Mississippi will probably not be in the playoffs next week when they start for 6A.
I see the professor is waiting down there to talk to Coach Hunter. I know that they played pretty darn well that half, and I really want to get clarification of what the officials told him when they took our touchdown off the board. And you see,
Justin Hunter looks like he's turned around to go have a conversation with the official. Not sure if we're setting up something for the second half or gaining a little more clarification while we get ready for that interview with head coach Justin Hunter. We'll go ahead and take a look at some team stats from the first half. There's not a lot to describe. Brandon with 3 first downs, the Pirates with 5. Third down efficiency, Bulldogs 1 for 6, the Pirates 3 for 7. Rushing, the Bulldogs with 77 total yards on the ground, the Pirates with 74. Through the air, Bulldogs 6 yards. That's it. The Pirates 42. And here's your total offensive yardage tonight. The Bulldogs 83 yards through the first 2 quarters. The Pearl Pirates with 116. Bulldogs with 3 penalties for 30 yards. The Pirates yet to have a penalty go against them. Your 2 quarterbacks tonight, minimal statistics. Josh Sullivan, 7 for 13 for 6 yards. That is correct. 7 for 13 for 6 yards and 2 interceptions for the senior quarterback from Brandon. For Pearl, Shea Foster, 3 of 4 for 25 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. In the rushing game, Jaquavian Shoto, 3 carries for 4 yards. Jamari Thompson, the leading carrier, 19 carries for 60 yards and a touchdown. Shea Foster also has 1 carry for 10 yards. For the Bulldogs, Zaylon Johnson, 3 attempts for 23 yards. Josh Sullivan, 3 for 29 and a touchdown. Nate Blunt, the freshman, 3 carries for 4 yards. And Ozario Smith, 2 carries for 21 yards. We'll send it down to the field as the professor has head coach Justin Hunter.
Hey, guys, I'm here with Coach Hunter. Hunter, Coach, the biggest question, that call in the end zone. I'm sure that's what you were just talking to the referee about. What did he tell you?
Yeah, that's exactly what I went out there, and I just told him we looked at it on the and I get the call. It was, I told the referees pregame, hey, we have a play. It's illegal, but the way we do it is legal because it's got to be a lateral to an offensive lineman, obviously. Shea threw the ball and fell backwards. So when he hit the ground, he was ahead, but when he let go of the ball, he was behind. It was a bang, so I get it. It's one of those things that probably should have stuck with the original. But, hey, we can't do anything about that. We didn't talk about that in there. That's one of the things we can't control, so we're moving on. But, it is what it is. We get the ball right here, and this is our biggest half of football of the years right here. So we got to come out playing.
That's what I was saying. The defense played lights out.
Oh, man, playing awesome.
They 3's and out, three and outs. Gave us that one big play.
Right.
Didn't hurt us. Too bad. They went on a little drive, scored. We still got the lead. But so what do you tell your offense to get going?
Well, you just tell them, we were mashing them. We get down there, and even if we kick a field goal, we got to score right there. The bad thing about it is we didn't get another play. You know what I'm saying? It was a loss of down. So that was huge, and just not getting any points right there. Then we stalled a couple times. So we got to come out with our energy and our juice back up, and I think we will right here.
I do have a question about that, too, because my question when we went to commercial after that play was that a loss of down penalty? In the booth, they looked it up and said that actually it should have been a 5-yard penalty and replay the down.
It's lost a down if it's illegal touching, I think. So,
all right.
As far as I know now, unless it changed and they didn't tell me.
No, I
wish I were right on that.
Right. All right. Well, good luck second half,
yes, sir.
Coach.
Thank you so much.
Things.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys.
Professor, thank you. Pearl Pirates will receive the second half. We thank you for watching the Shane Fletcher Farm Bureau Insurance Halftime. We appreciate all the support that Shane gives us. One of the best Farm Bureau agents, all around insurance agents there is in Central Mississippi. So the Georgia Blue kickoff is ready to fly. We'll see if it will be returnable. There's a bounding kick. And it's taken in by Landon Moore. He's had a lot of touches tonight for a defensive guy.
Yeah, Landon Moore now with 2 touches on special teams. Also has a reception in the first half.
He looks frustrated that he didn't get a chance to return that one further. So we'll get the ball at the 25-yard line. after a successful first half. It just felt like we should have been up by so much more than we are right now at 8-7. But we'll see if the offense can get back rolling the way it was early in the first quarter. We're going to start out going 4 wide, but a run to Jamari. Left side into the linebacker level. He's going to get out to the 29 and pick up a 4. Nice first down carry by the T-Train.
Jamari now with 20 carries on the night. Comes in way off his 6-yard a game or 6-yard per carry average at only about 3 yards a carry. Now Jerry Johnson going to check into the backfield, I believe, for the first time tonight.
Now A-Ranch shifts over to the left side. Now he's going to go back to the right side. And we're going to run it with Jaybird to the right side. Spins his way. He's going to make it out to the 34. I think he's going to be a yard shy of the first down, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 1.
That will be the first statistical carry rushing-wise for Jerry Johnson tonight. Pretty good as he bounces off of the defensive line, makes it 3rd and short, and the offensive coaches quickly check in Connor McHenry in there at his tight end position. We'll run a 2 tight end set.
Yeah, this is where we go with the big heavies. Brandon kind of loads up that left side as well. Jaybird in the backfield. That play had no chance from the jump. They just did not look on the same page, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Jerry just had nowhere to go.
Yeah, Blake Smith, the junior linebacker, came in there and stuffed Jerry Johnson in the hole. It's a Brandon defense that came into the game giving up 20 points a game on the season, 24 points a game in region play, but they've looked really, really good on the night tonight, with the exception of a couple of plays there in the first half.
So a loss of 1 makes it 4th and 2, and the odds of faking it are slim now as we're backed up. Shade standing about the 20-yard line. Good snap. Kick is away. Another line drive. So it'll be taken in at the 35. And up to the 45. Ball comes out. Scramble for it. And Pirate football! And how about Malachi Porter coming out of the bottom of the pile with it?
The 3rd turnover of the night for the Bulldogs, courtesy of Reagan Wallace, the senior returner, who had a pretty good return. And we'll see who was able to force it out. It was Malachi Porter, who got it with his left hand, and then pops up, finds the ball on the turf, falls on top of it. The Pirates in business.
How about Malachi? Good for you, young man. Shade going to throw. Quick out here to Shoto. Shoto in space. We're going to get a penalty flag. I think we're going to get a hold on a wide receiver over here on this side.
Yeah, Alex Spires, I believe, could be the guilty party as he was out there in the flat trying to block for Shoto on that little bubble screen. And let's see, did he hold on just a little? Yep, maybe just a little bit too long.
I mean, that's pretty ticky-tack.
Yeah, that's a little nitpicky, I'm going to say, for high school, but he drops the flag, so that one will go against the Pirates and back us up to replay first down.
Well, it's going to be interesting because it is a spot foul, so it's going to make it a 1-yard penalty officially. So first down and 11, because that penalty was just about where they made the first down. Shea giving it to Jamari, left side. And the hole was there for just a second, and then it closed. But he's still going to get it to the 45. Pickup of 4.
Hayden Jackson, Connor Foy pulling from their guard and center position.
Jamari just couldn't get the engine running there. He had that little crease. Now he's going to split out. Shade looking to throw, rolling out to his right, going to keep it. Puts his head down. He's going to get it to the, I'm going to mark that, the 41. It was a good job by the Brandon defender that kind of had to spied him just a little bit and didn't buy it.
Yeah, that was
48.
Cooper Jenkins, the junior linebacker, came over and put a helmet on Shade Foster, but Shade Foster has shown he is not afraid to run these last few weeks.
Third down and 4. Give it to Jamari. Big hole on the right side. Jumps over a man. He's still going. Inside the 30 to the 24-yard line of the Bulldogs. Renaissance Bank move those chains.
Great play call by Jonathan Worrell and that offensive staff as they send Alex Spires in motion. They fake the jet sweep, hand it to the big 240-pound tailback, and he bounces it to the outside all the way down inside the Brandon 25-yard line. The Pirates knocking on the door.
It is amazing how good Jamari has gotten. He is just a true talent. Shade going to keep it. Trying to get out of it. Oh, makes a great throw to Jamari. Improvises Patrick Mahomes style down to the 10-yard line.
The great Houdini, Shade Foster, what a play as he was in no man's land. He was initially running to look for a wide receiver out in the flat. It was Austin Arant. He was covered. 5 Bulldogs on Shade Foster, and he rolls out to find a wide open Jamari Thompson. What a play by the senior quarterback, Shade Foster.
That truly was a Mahomes-like toss. First down for the Pirates. Give it to Jamari up the middle. T-Train rolling in.
For the second time tonight and the 7th time in the 2020 season, Jamari Thompson from 11 yards out busts his way, or rolls his way, should we say, the T-Train, into pay dirt. The Pirates extend their lead to 14-7. And it looks like we will shift over to a more conventional extra point to try to make this one an 8-point ball game.
When the train is rolling, Javon Durr needs to get off the tracks. He just learned that. Extra point is up, and it is good. On the Raising Cane's touchdown by Jamari Thompson, it is now Pearl 15, Bulldogs 7.
When Pirates need a feast, they sail to Mugshot's Grill and Bar. Voted best burger in Mississippi for 13 years in a row, Mugshot's proudly serves fresh, never frozen certified Angus beef. X marks the spot at 2 locations on the map, in Pearl and Riverwind Drive in the movie theater parking lot, and in Flowood on the corner of Airport Road and Lakeland Drive. You can dine in, take out, or order online and pick up curbside. Check out mugshotsgrillandbar.com.
The most impressive thing to me about Jamari Thompson is not only his brawn, but his skill and agility on that drive. He showed you that he can slip to the outside, get some yards, and then, man, he just put his shoulder down on Durr and blew him into the end zone.
Jamari Thompson at 240 pounds. He is deceivingly quick and very agile, and he showed it to you there with a big bounce to the outside, a power run into the end zone, but also, I'm going to say the play of that drive was Shade Foster buying time with Bulldog blitzers in his face and found Jamari Thompson out in the flat for a big first down.
Austin Green and the Georgia Blue kick will be taken in, out, bounced off him at the 5. It's loose, and that's going to mess up that return nicely. And Brandon will take over at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, that was the senior wide receiver back there to return, DeAndre Ward. And I want to give credit where credit's due. A lot of times we don't tip our caps to the kicker, but Austin Green with some crazy hang time on that kickoff. And it was so high in the air, DeAndre Ward made the mistake of trying to catch it off his pads rather than with his hands. And thankfully for Brandon, number 1 Jarvis Durr fell on top of it.
I think he dropped his eyes looking downfield, too. Trying to run, that old adage, you got to catch it before you run with it, son. So 1st and 10 for the Dogs. Sullivan going to hand it off. Oh, and that's going nowhere. And who else? Man, Jeremy Jackson is having a game that most guys would love to have in a season.
Yeah, Jeremy Jackson now with 6 total tackles on the night, easily leading the Pirates, should I say. Jaquavian Shoto had 5 in the first half, but Jeremy Jackson has just built a wall there in the middle of that defensive line.
Jeremy having an awesome night. Nyquez Wade also in on that stop. Our entire front 4 really doing a nice job tonight. 2nd down and 9. Sullivan to pass, looking over the middle, has his man. What a catch. That was a beautiful over-the-shoulder grab by Caleb Anderson.
And I was
just thrown perfectly.
Yeah, I was just about to note that Jalen Kendrick was in there at defensive back. He played a little DB last week against Oak Grove for the first time when Jerry Johnson was out. So not sure if Jerry is taking a breath. No, he's back in there now. But Jalen Kendrick, who has a little more height than Jay Bird does, running step for step with Caleb Anderson. But that's the best-looking pass from Josh Sullivan all night long.
Well,
and Caleb Anderson reeled it in.
Great catch over the shoulder and then just full extension with his arms. On first down, here's a run to the left side. Once again, it's Jeremy. These guys, I hope they ordered meatball tonight because that's what they're getting. A heavy dose.
Xylon Johnson, number 9, is tired of seeing number 99 every time he gets the ball. Jeremy Jackson is playing the game of the season tonight for him as the junior is just shedding Bulldog offensive linemen and rudely greeting the Bulldog running backs tonight. Doesn't matter whether it's been Smith or the freshman Blunt or number 9, Xylon Johnson.
Well, second down and 10. Sullivan's going to throw. Blitzed. Here comes Malachi. Throws that ball into the ground. They're going to say he was down. His knee went down. So give a sack, I think, to Malachi, and they're going to mark it back. Watch this. I believe his knee does go down. Malachi gets a hold of it. Yep, knee down before the ball comes out. Good call by that official on the far side.
Great look there on the River Trust replay. Good job to our guys on the cameras tonight, giving us that shot, as well as our replay guys down in the production trailer. And Malachi Porter that time looked like he was shot out of a rocket here on the near side on that linebacker blitz. And Josh Sullivan could not get away from the speedy senior linebacker, number 5, Porter.
So a Pearl Pool, third down and 15. Sullivan going to throw it over the middle. Connects. That's going to be a first down. And that was a nice job. Once again, that's a nice catch by Anderson.
The Sullivan to Anderson connection is working here in the second half. A little slant route. And Marcus Mosley could not yank him down before he gets past the orange stick. And another first down as this Bulldog drive continues into Pearl territory.
Well, that's the second third down and 10-plus that they've converted this evening. Got to try and get off the field on those third and longs. First and 10 from the Pirate 40. All kinds of movement from the Bulldogs. No flag. Sullivan's going to throw out into the flat. Malachi whiffs on it. DJ Hudson's going to push him out of bounds. That's going to be a gain of 8.
That time a swing pass out to the senior running back, Azario Smith. He had a whole lot of turf in front of him, and as you said, Malachi Porter just couldn't close in, but good job by DJ Hudson fighting off the block of the tight end Will Tyndall to push him out of bounds. But if you're Tyler Peterson, you're really happy with a 7.5-yard swing pass on first down.
Another quick throw. Another first down. That time it's going to go to Johnson. Well, they're converting on these quick passes now, aren't they?
Play action fake to Smith. And Johnson, who's lined up in the slot quite a few times tonight, he'll be in the backfield or the slot. That time he only needed 3, and he got about 4 before Landon Moore could bring him down. 15-7 as we near the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter of the Rankin County Super Bowl.
Sullivan will hand it off. Smith fighting, pushes his way. Man, he made something out of nothing right there. He's going to get it to the 20, just over the 25, officially the 26.
The blockers went left, but Azario Smith trying to fight off Nyquist Wade coming right. Good job by Wade just hanging on before Landon Moore came up from his safety spot to help finish him off.
Well, second down and 8 from the Pirate 26. Play clock down to 7, 6. Sullivan just does get it off. Another quick throw outside. This one incomplete. Anderson could not make that catch, and we're going to have third down and 8.
Looked like Sullivan may have rushed that one just a little bit, as Anderson was kind of running a little stop route. Anderson ran about 8 yards, but Sullivan only threw it about 6.
I think that play clock running down rushed him too. He was kind of out of sorts as he snapped that ball with 1 left on the clock. So a Pearl Pool, 3rd down and 8. It was like Jaybird's getting right up on Anderson this time. Look at him over there. He's not going to give him that quick slant. Now Sullivan moves. Now he's going to roll out to his right, looking. He's going to keep it. Big hit, but there is a flag down. Thrown in the backfield, back at the 31-yard line.
I believe we're going to get a holding call there in the backfield. Is, I believe, Jeremy Jackson probably trying to get in there again.
Well, when you can't block them, hold them.
Yep, 71, the guilty party for Brandon Logan Sampson, the senior, who's tired of seeing Jeremy Jackson across the line from him tonight, and that time he just grabbed him and held on. Pirates lead 15-7 with 3 minutes and 8 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
Huge penalty. A chance here to get off the field as they're pushed all the way back to the 40. And it's 3rd down and Florence to go now. Got to try and get off the field. If you stop them right here, you'll force a punt because they're way out of any kind of field goal range and certainly too far to go for it on 4th down. So a key play right here. Now they're running 3 receivers up top with only 2 defenders. Sullivan's going to he looked to throw it quick, but we ate that up. He's going to keep it, run it up the middle to the 30.
Be interesting to see, do we see Jacob Keys, the sophomore kicker, who has pretty strong right foot, and we will see Keys.
Oh, this is going to be some kind of kick right here. They're going to put this ball down at the 38. So this will be a 48-yard attempt if they attempt it. Always be on guard for a fake, but a 48-yard attempt by Keys. Good snap, good hold. Kick is blocked. That we got a hand on it. Now we will try to return it. Here comes DJ, and he will go down. Now the good and bad. Had you blocked it and let it go, you would have gotten the ball where they kicked it. So we're going to lose yardage because he recovered it. But
we'll see here on the River Trust replay. Can we see who got a hand on it? It was, I believe, Jalen Nickelberry, perhaps. We're going to see there in the middle of the line as we'll take that other shot on the replay. Yep, it was somebody there on the front of the line jumping up tall.
Right here.
I believe that's Nickelberry. Let's see. Right there in the middle of the line.
Well, it was Nickelberry and then
great job, but the Pirates get it, 1st down.
There's a little swing pass coming here to the near side. They're going to get another flag, and those are going to be thrown right back where Shade Foster was standing.
This is going to be a holding call, I believe, against the Pirates. There's
2 flags.
Had that handoff to Shoto. Both flags, I think, dropped for the same penalty. Nope, going to get a chop block.
Which is worse because it's more yardage.
And although we don't celebrate that penalty, we will celebrate the fact that, Greg Flynn, for the first time in a number of weeks, the Pirates playing a really clean game as we've touched double digits in penalties in multiple region games this year.
You know the shame
right
of
now,
it,
Pearl only two penalties.
The shame of it was nowhere near the play, and it wasn't going to affect the play, and it's unnecessary. But 1st down and 18 for the Pirates. Backed up now into our own end. We got to get some breathing room from down here. 4 wide, 3 here to the near side. Shade will hand it off. Lamar's going to plow forward, but not for very much. So across the 10, out to the 11. As we approach the 1-minute mark here in the third quarter. Pirates up by 8. Would love to get this to be a 2-possession game. Again, the playoffs on the line tonight. Petal is winning at Terry, against Terry, so that means this is a must-win for both these teams. Shade back to pass. Nothing there. He's scrambling. Throw it away, Shade. We're going to take a sack. He had plenty of time to throw that one away, but decided to keep the play alive. And
yeah, it kind of looked like Shade was trying to pull off another one of his Houdini runs that he specialized in the last 3 weeks, but that's one where you'd love to see right there as you're out of the pocket, just kind of heave that one out of bounds, save the extra yardage, because now you're facing 3rd and Morton.
It's terrible. That is a long, long way to go now. And we'll just run it with Jamari, see what he can get us a little more breathing room, and he's going to get to the 10, and we're going to punt this ball, but not until we begin the 4th quarter. We go to the last frame. Right now, Pirates in front, 15-7.
For the best brands at the best prices, shop the outlets of Mississippi. I-55 and I-20 in Pearl.
The Pearl Pool is a proud sponsor of Pirate football. Located in the heart of the city, 3500 Dawn Drive, the Pearl Pool offers everyone a safe, convenient place to swim and host parties. Affordable memberships are available, and walk-ups are always welcome. It's also a great place for Pirates to take swimming lessons before they hit the high seas. And when the temperature heats up, make plans to cool off at the Pearl Pool.
We are about set for the 4th quarter. Pirates 12 minutes away from the playoffs against Brandon.
Take a look at the statistics here from the first 3 quarters so far. Brandon with 6 first downs, the Pirates with 8 rushing yards, Bulldogs with 86, the Pirates with 123 through the air, Brandon 67, the Pirates 58 yards, total yardage through 3 quarters tonight, Bulldogs 153 yards, the Pirates 181.
Very evenly matched. But unfortunately, the Pirates are about to give the ball back to the Bulldogs as we'll be punting out of our own end zone. Shade's going to have to get off a rip-roaring one here. He's been kicking a lot of line drives, which have been returnable. Good snap. Kick is away. Will be returnable again. Taken in at the 43. Running on the far side and ridden out of bounds. Malachi Porter in pursuit. But the Bulldogs will take over at the Pirate 34.
35 yards on the Shade Foster punt. So far tonight, Josh Sullivan, he's put it in the air 20 times for Brandon, completed 13 of them, but only for 67 yards, no touchdowns and 2 picks. And Greg Flynn, this Bulldog offense that we came in kind of fearing the trio of running backs tonight, has 86 total yards rushing, 86 between all the running backs as well as Sullivan, who's rushed it a few times tonight. He has the only touchdown for the Bulldogs. But you got to tip your cap to Austin Wilbanks and this defense that have really cut off an offense that's rushed for close to 300 yards the last couple of weeks.
Got to do it one more time. There's the freshman. He'll fall forward to the 31. Pickup of 2. They'll give him 3.
Nate Blunt. Looks like a bowling ball, and he's only a freshman. Good-looking running back that Tyler Peterson has brought up from the 9th grade squad and trust him a lot as he's got him here in the 4th quarter of the Rankin County Super Bowl with a playoff spot on the line.
Quick throw from Sullivan. Over the middle. Incomplete. Jaybird in there on the coverage. They were looking for that guy. Anderson again.
Caleb Anderson has been the go-to target here for Josh Sullivan in the second half, and Austin Wilbanks has made the switch to put Jerry Johnson against him no matter where he goes on the field. Good coverage that time by Jay Bird. Not so great of a throw by Sullivan, and that sets up another Pearl Pool third down.
3rd down and 8. Certainly looks like it would be 4-down territory for the Dogs. Way too far from field goal range. We're going to get a false start, so give us 5 more on that Havard Realty penalty.
The Bulldogs now with a handful of penalties on the night, 2 of those false start penalties, and that one hurt if you're Tyler Peterson, as you had it 3rd and somewhat manageable. Now you're going to be 3rd and past the sticks.
So we go from 3rd and 8 to 3rd and 13. Let's see if we get up on the receivers again. I see Mosley here on the near side getting ready to play a little bump and run. Jaybird up top on Anderson. So you got to watch out for. Same thing with Johnson here, number 9. Sullivan looking to his left, throwing back. He's still got the ball, and he's going down as Charles in charge puts him down.
Charles Stevens, 4 tackles for a loss on the season, make that a 5th, as he would not let Josh Sullivan go as he was trying to run a little screen pass to his running back, and he thought he'd eluded 32, and 32 reminded him, I'm still here, as he throws Josh Sullivan to the turf here at Ray Rogers Stadium, and the Pirate D with yet another stop. 10 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the Eat Dirt Bowl.
Dogs will have to punt. High wobbly kick's going to take a big Brandon bounce inside the 10. Looks like he's going to roll out of bounds at the 8. So the Pirates get the ball back. We'll go side by side.
Pepsi's always had great taste. Today, try great taste with 0 sugar. This is the Pepsi with 0 compromises. This is Pepsi Zero Sugar.
This is the Pepsi for serious fans and serious eats. This is the Pepsi for Sundays at the ballpark and days off at your favorite pizza joint. Right, Aaron?
Best slice in New York.
Whatever you're craving, this is the Pepsi for you.
On 1st down, Jamari Thompson on the left side picks up 2 yards out to the 10.
The clock, your biggest enemy right now, with 10 minutes remaining in this contest. You have to imagine you're going to see a whole lot of number 1 right now, Jamari Thompson, who has surpassed the 1,000-yard mark here in this game.
You got Jaybird one-on-one out here on the outside. We're going to run it again, though. Jamari up the middle. Looks like he's going to make the 11. Bring up a long 3rd down.
Brandon sniffing out the run, knowing that Justin Hunter and the Pirates trying to eat some clock.
Boy, if they get it to Jaybird out here, there is no safety help. Well, now they'll shift one over. He makes one man miss, and this could be a long run. Look at that. They're giving him a lot of space, too. Playing well off of Jaybird. We're going to have whistles. False start against Pearl. We just made the job just a little bit more difficult, as the Havard Realty penalty will take us back to the 6. Third down now and 12.
Alexander in there along with McHenry at the tight end halfback positions. We'll see how much does Justin Hunter trust his defense, or do you try to put this one in the air?
Again, no safety help. You've got Spires one-on-one on this side. Whistles again.
Wow.
And a delay of game coming off of a penalty. So now we'll move it back to the 3. I still say you've got one-on-one on this side, Brian. Look at that. Seven on the play clock. You can see it right there in your screen. Shade going to throw, looking, throws deep. Oh, and that's interference. Where's the flag? There it is. There it comes. I don't think it's going to be enough for a first down, but it's certainly going to give us a easier third down. But, again, I told you that was one-on-one on that side, and if he could get it to Spires, there's nobody else out there.
C.J. Blakely trying to run with Alex Spires, and we'll see if we get a shot of it here on the River Trust replay. Yep, he just grabbed him. He grabbed him and threw him to the turf. And it will be a 15-yard mark-off that'll
make it third and
about 3 inches.
I'd ask for a measurement now.
Wow.
I would ask for a measurement.
No, the ref has already signaled for a first down.
Yeah, I was going to say it should be an automatic first down. We'll see. Oh, nope.
No, it's
not
automatic.
15.
The ref looked at it and he signaled first down.
They're going to want a measurement. They're going to get it measured. Because in high school, you get the 15 yards. It's not automatic.
Hey!
He's going to try
stop.
He's going to do everything he can to try to get this one right.
We're on offense, don't play. We're on offense. Coach says don't play when we're on offense.
Third down, and we'll see the chains come out there.
No. When we're
Here we
on
go.
offense,
We're going to see a good shot
play.
here
They can't hear the
of
signal
the
if we're on offense.
measurement from the chain gang.
And it will be short. Yep. So we'll see what we decide. In some capacity, I would imagine that this is going to be T-Train time.
We've seen Jamari drop back to that wild pirate a few times tonight, and it does look like Shade Foster is off the field. So Jamari Thompson in there, and Jeremy Jackson and Charles Stevens, who helped Jamari score the first touchdown of the night. Defensive guy is going to drop back over there to
follow him. He's going to follow 32 and 99.
And it looked like, yep, we moved too early.
We did move early, which was good because there was a bad snap. Wow. All right, so 3rd and inches to 3rd and 5 and inches.
A play that has now seen 4 penalties on it as Jeremy Jackson ended up with the ball. That was a mess.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a bad snap or a design play.
Surely not.
A fumble Ruski to Jeremy Jackson.
I don't know. It kind of looked like they
Jeremy was showing off his hands right there, though.
I'd try that in a lot of places, not down here. All right, so 3rd and 6. Shade will drop back there now. Looking to throw. He's got time, plenty of time. Oh, he's got a man wide open. And he's got it to Shoto. Showtime, 40. And loses his footing at the 34. But Showtime shows up.
They couldn't stay with the speed of the Shoto. And Shade put it right on the money.
There is a penalty. It's against Brandon.
And it was declined.
A play that lasted a lifetime. Pearl had 2 penalties on them. Brandon had a pass interference. Then Pearl with another penalty. And it results in a pitch and catch from Shade to Shoto. And what a pickup for this Pirate offense.
It's a shame because it looked like Shoto had a blowout right there that he was going to keep running. But a huge Renaissance Bank first down at the 33-yard line of the Bulldogs. As we approach into the deeper parts of the fourth quarter, a 2-possession game would be huge. Shade to Jamari. Left side, not much there. He will fall forward. Looks like they're going to give him the 32-yard line, so pickup of 1.
The next snap will take place underneath the 8-minute mark remaining here in the fourth quarter. Pirates lead the Bulldogs 15-7 here in the Rankin County Super Bowl.
Got to get points on this drive. Got to find a way. Shade looking to throw over the middle. Oh, he had Jaybird underneath, but threw it too high. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Looked like Shade may have short-armed that one just a little bit as he felt the rush from the Bulldog front kind of get in his face. Yeah, that was 22, Braylon Jackson, who got in his face, and he rushed that one just a little bit to Jaybird on the slant route. Would have loved to have made that connection. Going to go 4 wide now with Kendrick, Spires, Jerry Johnson, and Cody Arms, who's also checked in.
We're going to run it with Jamari. Tried to catch him napping, but they were ready. They closed the middle quickly. And he'll make just outside the 30. So 4th down, clearly a go-for-it situation. They'll put it right on the 30. And looks like we've got to get it to the 23. 7 yards. 4th and 7.
We've gone a little trickeration here a few times where we've thrown it out to Jaybird and let him heave it down the field. It's worked a few times this year. Do we get that gutsy here?
Nope, Shade's going to throw it. Oh, too high for Kendrick. It goes off his fingertips. Incomplete, and a turnover on downs. Defense comes back out on the field, and Shoto already fired him up.
Not a bad ball by Shade, maybe just a little bit high as Kendrick, probably the tallest receiver for the Pirates. But the Bulldog defense makes another stand, and they're going to have a chance, Greg Flynn, to march down. 6:52 remaining, have a chance to try to tie this one. The Bulldogs' last points came with 2:27 remaining in the second quarter on a 21-yard Josh Sullivan touchdown scamper. They've yet to score since then. Can this Pirate defense stand tall with a playoff spot on the line here in Region 3 6A?
First and 10 for Sullivan. He's got Smith in the backfield. Hand it off to him. Trying the right side. Pirates will stack it up for a minimal gain. Looks like they'll give him 3.
Interestingly enough, the Brandon Bulldogs have not gone back to the option run that they pulled out there towards the end of the second quarter that netted them their biggest rush of the night. If I'm Tyler Peterson, I'd love to try to see how would the Pirates respond again to that option run that Sullivan made earlier.
Smith is in the backfield. Sullivan's going to throw. Throwing it deep over the middle. Too high. Marcus Mosley on the coverage, but that will bring up a 3rd down from the Pearl Pool and 8.
Oak Grove now leads Northwest Rankin 42-27 in the battle for the number 1 spot in Region 3 6A. 42 for the Warriors, 27 for the Cougars, which would give Oak Grove an undefeated region play season and also the number 1 spot in the playoffs.
3rd down, Sullivan back to throw, pressured, throws it out to his right. Ball incomplete. Coach Peterson flings his headset as this ball should have been completed.
Yeah, Sullivan didn't get a whole lot on it. It was thrown a little bit short, but Caleb Anderson had it hit him in the hands. Granted, it was low, but if he'd have picked that one up, he could have sort of turned around and even fallen backwards for a 1st down. But thankfully for the Pirates, it falls harmlessly to the turf, and here comes another Jacob Keys punt.
Well, we're getting late in the game. You got to be on guard against a fake here. Fake at any time, really. Oh, high snap. Ball is loose, and he kicks it off the ground as though it's a free kick. I don't know that that's legal.
There's no flag dropped. I was wondering the same thing. I don't know that I've ever seen that where he just kicks it off of the ground. But I guess in the same way that you could do a drop kick, can you do that? It bounced 2, 3 times, 4 times before Jacob Keys kicked it. I think all the officials are
Well, the referee's still standing back there.
They're just as baffled as everyone else.
I think they're talking on their headset about it.
There you go. The referee just threw the flag. I didn't think that this isn't Australian rules football, young man.
I couldn't tell if the official had pulled out his phone and asked Siri or what had happened right there.
Well, they needed to call it earlier, and so now we get in a discussion. Justin wants to talk about it. Well, we haven't had these go our way, so Justin's they're going to talk about it.
Give credit to the officials for conferring with one another.
So I think
they're trying to get this one right.
Are they deciding if they want to just keep the football or let them do it again?
Yeah, I believe that has to be an option, and that's what Justin Hunter was discussing with his coaching staff is do we take maybe the kick with penalty yardage on it, or do we back it up and make them punt again?
No, we're gonna take the football.
Yep, illegal kick. And they'll add it on to the end of the kick.
All right, so let's see how many yards it is. Roy, that was about the we've seen some strange stuff in this game.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. I was wondering the same thing. You know, it's almost like a drop kick, except it rolls around for 3 or 4 minutes. And but yeah, the ref, it looked like he was on his headset talking, to the other refs and trying to get some input. And now I think they're just trying to figure out what to do on how we want to enforce the penalty.
Well, it's only a 5-yard penalty, so we'll take the ball at the 29 rather than risk having another 70-yard punt by the young fellow. But you can't free kick it, not on a punt. I mean, A for effort.
He also saw Charles Stevens and Jeremy Jackson running at him, and I would do random things if they were coming after me as well.
So it works out. Pirates have the football and an 8-point lead. Trying to get some first downs here. Give it to Jeremy or Jamari, and he'll get out to the 31. Well, the holes just haven't been there in this second half.
Yeah, give credit to the Brandon defense. It's really tightened up to slow down the T-train. Pearl there in that first down kind of went with that little wing T formation that we pulled out a few times over the last few weeks, but here we'll drop the 3 wide with Jamari and the shotgun with Shade.
Again, a lot of space there for they're really giving Jaybird a lot of room. Respecting his speed. He'll run it again, though. Jamari, they're there to stack it up. It's a catch-22. You want to run the ball, and you want to keep the clock moving. You don't risk a pass incomplete, stopping the clock. It's a very tenuous chess game right now. But now you're in a position where you have to throw it, you would think, with 3rd down and 8. 4:44 and counting.
Yeah, and in case you're wondering, 3 timeouts, full allotment of the timeouts remaining for both Justin Hunter and Pearl, along with Tyler Peterson and the Bulldogs. So
we got to hurry. The play clock's at 8. Don't want to waste a timeout here. 4. They run a little misdirection to Shoto. Shoto's going to cross the 35 out to the 37. It's going to make it a 4th down and 2.
Tyler Peterson not going to use the timeout here as the clock will hit below 4 minutes on what we believe will be a Shade Foster punt. Going to save those.
Maybe. Could you imagine calling a fake right here?
That would take a lot of guts. Shade Foster is normally your punter, or he's still going to stay in there. So that may help a thought, but I just don't see with the Bulldogs only putting 1 touchdown on the board all night long.
We're going to have to burn
being enough to do it right here.
We're going to have to burn a timeout.
We're going for a shift, trying to get them to draw off sides, and instead we're going to get a delay a game call, or either did we burn?
No, delay a game. So we'll back it up 5 yards. So that takes any thought of a fake out of the equation. Not that it may have been on the table. But we're going to call on our defense once again. One more stop. 3:33 showing. We're going to have to get a good kick away here. Shade's been kicking a lot of line drives. They've been able to return most of them.
Reagan Wallace, the return man for Brandon, does have a fumble on a punt tonight in the third quarter. Going to reset the play clock. Love for Shade to get off a good little boot right here.
Man, I wouldn't mind a little rugby kick just to get it down the field or something. Don't let him return it. Good snap. Kick is away. Oof, they almost blocked that. Ball will be returnable. Taken in at the 29. Coming here to the near side. Got some room. Puts two hands on the football. Down at the 44-yard line. So Brandon's going to start with good field position. And 3:22 on the clock. They need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Watch it right here on the River Trust replay. Shade did his best acting job trying to draw the flag.
And that dude never touched it.
Yeah, on DeAndre Ward.
You could tell Shade's a soccer player because they do that all the time.
I'm going to give him an A for effort on that one, as that would have been a huge penalty. 40 yards on the boot from Shade, 19 on the good-looking return from Reagan Wallace, and the Bulldogs staring at 3:22 and 56 yards of turf ahead of them.
Sullivan to throw. Pressured, got nothing there. Looking to run it. Throwing it down the field, has a man. And that ball will be complete down the sideline. They will mark that ball.
But there is a flag. I think he's going to be across the line of scrimmage when he threw.
The professor, no.
No, roughing the passer. Oh, man.
Roughing the passer, which will be declined. And that was a terrific job by Sullivan. Throwing it to Thigpen. And oh boy, hold on, folks. Here we go.
The Bulldogs in business now at the Pirate 30-yard line. Again, remember, 15-7. So the best that Brandon can do is tie it. They would have to score a touchdown and have the 2-point conversion just to tie it. And this is Greg Flynn where it comes back. If Brandon was to score here, it comes back to Justin Hunter making that gutsy call to run that little 2-point conversion that we've scored on 3 times in the last 4 weeks.
I think the officials are tiring of Tyler Peterson over there as they showing a little frustration.
See here on the River Trust replay, I believe Tristan Carpenter. Wow, that's a little nitpicky, but the flag was dropped.
Running the football. Nothing doing there as it's driven back. No gain on the play on first down.
We'll go under 3 minutes before this next snap. Again, Brandon with all 3 timeouts at their disposal.
Sullivan's got his freshman in the backfield. Looking to throw. And it's intercepted by Jay Bird.
There's a flag down. There is a flag down. But that's probably going to be in the area of holding. Let's cross our fingers and hope for a holding call.
According to Shodo's reaction, I believe it's going to be.
Watching the referee, there's 2 flags down. Let's check it.
Holding on Brandon. It will be declined.
First down, Pirates. What a play by Jay Bird.
The second interception of the night for the junior Jerry Johnson, who hasn't had the biggest night on offense, but he's done it on the defensive side of the ball as he's been assigned to Caleb Anderson. And now the second pick of the night for number 4. And Greg Flynn, I thought he was going to take it back to the house, but they're going to mark him stepping out at the Bulldog 30-yard line.
Bird is the word. That ball floated out there, and you don't let that float out there for Jerry. He's going to snatch that out of the air. So 1st and 10 for the Pirates. Points would be nice, but keeping the clock going. And there goes Jamari. See, the good part now is Brandon's trying for the strip rather than the tackle, so extra yards could be there.
Again, remember, Brandon does have all 3 timeouts. Doesn't look like Tyler Peterson's going to use one yet.
I think you'll see him use it here if we don't get many yards after second down.
We'll go under 2 minutes now. 15-7 Pirates at home. A playoff spot on the line right now. The winner's season will end, or the loser's season will end.
Play clock at 7. Bleeding it all the way down. Shade going to hand it off to Jamari. Again, positive yardage. And now a timeout by Coach Peterson at the 25-yard line. We'll take one with him.
At Raising Cane's, we are committed to safely serving you and your family the best tasting and highest quality chicken finger meals. This is very personal to me. I know how important it is to have a trusted, safe, and clean place to feed you and your loved ones. We will always go above and beyond all CDC guidelines, local government requirements, and industry standards. This is our promise to you. Cane's is open and we're here to serve you our hot, fresh chicken finger meals and drinks through drive-thru. Go to RaisinCanes.com for details or call your local Cane's. Thank you for your continued trust in us. One love.
Renaissance Bank, understanding you. From loans
on third down, Jamari busts through. First down, Pirates. A minute and a half to play. That might do it.
The T-Train says choo-choo when he gets up from the first down as he pumps his fist. And the biggest first down run of the night for Jamari, and we could argue of the season. The Pirates now inside the Bulldog 20-yard line, and Tyler Peterson forced to burn his second timeout. 1:32 now remaining. The Pirates with a 15-7 lead, and they're knocking on the door again.
He can only stop it one more time, and we've got 3 downs to run plays, so the math just won't work. So we'll take a quick break.
From loans and mobile banking to CDs and checking accounts, River Trust Federal Credit Union has you covered. That's why you owe it to yourself to take advantage of the tremendous opportunity to open a savings and checking account at River Trust Federal Credit Union. River Trust offers lower interest rates on loans and higher interest rates on savings. We can get you started on the road to financial well-being. Let us help you take charge of your financial future today. Log on to our website at rivertrustfcu.com. River Trust Federal Credit Union, improving the financial success of our members.
Welcome back. It is first down for the Pirates. We've got a minute 32 on the clock. Brandon has but one more timeout left. Here goes Jamari, just holding on to the football. Still moving the pile as the Dogs are trying to rip the ball out. And there's the final timeout called by Brandon. We'll take another one with him. All right, Frank Hutton says keep it here. So it is second down. It looks as though we're going to have players of the game to talk to tonight. That's going to be awesome. And we were just talking to Roy Harper. Roy, I think the offensive player of the game, certainly Jamari Thompson. Defensively, man, if you can get 2, if you can get Jay Bird and you can get Jeremy Jackson, I think that would be fantastic. So those are for back at the studio, for the names, we're going to be talking to number 1, 4, and 99. 1, 4, and 99.
Jerry Johnson going to be in the backfield right here. Is trying to do the math is a little hard at this point. Shade, I don't think can be. Nope, looks like he will go ahead and take the victory formation.
Yeah, they can't stop the clock. We've got
Jay Bird will be dropped back deep.
We've got. And then he waits to drop the knee. They'll reset the ball at 40 seconds, and that's all we were going to have to do. We're not interested in trying to score any more points. Doesn't matter how, but by how many, and you're already up by 8. And this is going to be a very positive finish after a gut check game last week against Oak Grove, this Pirate team responded not only against their rival, but with playoff aspirations on the line. They certainly did not hang their heads from a blowout down in the Pine Belt last week. Huge credit to the players, to the coaches for keeping each other up. And they're not going to have to take another snap as the Rankin County Super Bowl goes to the Pirates. The Brandon Bulldogs walk the plank. 15-7 your final, and the Pirates are playoff bound.
What a response by Justin Hunter and this Pearl Pirate football team. Back-to-back heartbreaking losses 2 weeks ago on the road at Northwest Rankin, a field goal in the final second. Last week, they go on the road to get thumped by the number 1 seed Oak Grove Warriors. Brandon comes in hot off of a close loss to Oak Grove and a upset over Northwest Rankin last week. We wondered how would they respond, Greg Flynn. I would say very well. Great job.
Very well indeed, as it has been a tough season. I see, and for the first time this year, it's going to be a few minutes as we've got several of the local media here that are going to be getting some post-game.
Justin Hunter in the middle of that mob of Pirates right there, jumping up and down, celebrating what will be a 4-3 region record, but it will be a ticket into the playoffs. Congratulations to Justin Hunter on his road into the playoffs. Here is his first year as the Pearl Pirate head coach.
I mean, you just absolutely cannot say enough about how they responded to that loss against Northwest. The loss last week to Oak Grove didn't matter. Didn't matter. I love Justin Hunter with his so what, now what this year. It absolutely worked this week. So what, we lost, now what are you going to do?
Keep it right here on the Rogers Dapp Chevrolet postgame show. We'll get a chance to have a word with our MVPs from the night, Jamari Thompson on offense. And then it will be Jerry Jaybird Johnson along with Jeremy Jackson, your defensive stars for the night. And for the first time this year, Greg Flynn, it really feels like Ray Rogers Stadium is alive.
You can hear it. The fans. Oh, we see Roy Harper down there with Meatball. Go ahead, Roy.
Here with Meatball. Meatball, I swear I would have thought that you were a running back for Brandon because you spent the entire game in their backfield, man.
Yes, sir.
How does it feel to finally not only beat Brandon but be in the playoffs?
Man, we lost to them 3 years in a row so far. We knew we had to come in here and win this game, and we did it. I'm just so happy right now because I did not want to see our seniors go home tonight, but we won it.
Well, what was your mindset? What did you do to beat those offensive linemen as bad as you did all night tonight?
I was just going hard because I didn't want to lose because I wanted to go to playoffs. I wanted to go and play. So I just went hard the whole game.
Well, you've had an outstanding year all year, and the great thing is it's not ending tonight. Love you, baby.
So we're going to go win next week.
There you go. Good. Congratulations, man.
All right, we'll let Roy go and see who else he can wrangle up as it is a celebration down on the field, as you can see. Just a great scene. You know, it's been a rough year between COVID and then the coaching carousel, the changeover, new coaching faces coming in. Justin Hunter bringing in an awesome staff that has worked their butts off to get these guys better and better each and every week. And it culminates with winning the biggest game of the year. Also happens to be against your rival, which never hurts at all. But we can officially say, Brandon, it is your year to eat dirt and have a little chocolate sauce and maybe some sprinkles on top of it, too.
All right, I see Jamari and
Such a
Jaybird. Let me head to
response
these
by
guys.
the Pirates after a slow start on the season. Again, this is a Pirate team that started 0-3, lost all of their offensive linemen from last year. a new quarterback in Shade Foster, and the professor's caught up with Jay Bird.
Hey, guys, I'm here with Jay Bird. Jay Bird, usually we're talking to you on your offensive prowess, but tonight, 2 interceptions. That last one sealed our victory. How do you feel right now about making the playoffs?
I feel good about it, man. We just been working hard in practice, training all week. We had a good speech from Coach Hunter. Coach Hunter gave us an excellent speech before the game, halftime. He hyped us up all week. We just been ready. The community been great. The fans been great. We just had to come put on the show. We didn't want to go home.
All right, well, hey, you finally, well, of course, this is only your second year to be on varsity, but we beat Brandon. You beat Brandon for the first time. You're in the playoffs for the first time.
Yes, sir.
How does your ankle feel?
My ankle is excellent right now. I'm going to go throw a party in the locker room and celebrate my team.
All right, man. Love you, baby. Congratulations. We'll get that victory next week,
yes,
too.
sir. Thank you.
All right, Professor, as he will see if we can't get the T-Train. See, the T-Train's going to...
Jamari Thompson, Roy Harper, I don't know if you can hear me. Jamari Thompson finishes the night 35 carries for 128 yards, and he also eclipsed the 1,000-yard mark tonight.
35 carries.
35 carries for 128 and 2 touchdowns.
Night. That is a night. And here comes Jamari over to the Professor.
All right, guys, I'm here with the T-Train. Jamari, first, how do you feel beating Brandon for the first time and making it to the playoffs for the first time as a Pearl Pirate?
Man, it feels amazing. It feels good. I can't even say that because, we came out here and beat that A-word like Kobe, like I say.
All right, well, I got a question for you. How tired are you right now? You carried the ball 35 times for 128 yards. You eclipsed 1,000 yards for the first time in your career.
Yes, sir.
How tired are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
I tell you, I imagine you feel no pain or anything right now. Just flying on cloud 9. All right. I want you to enjoy tonight.
Yes, sir.
Get some rest so we can go win this game next week.
Yes, sir.
All right. Love you, baby. There you go, guys.
All right, Professor. We'll see if he can't find Justin Hunter down there in that melee. It is just super fun to see this for not only the players but for the fans as well, as we had our biggest crowd of the season here at Ray Rogers as they got to enjoy, man.
All right, I got it.
And eat dirt. Eat dirt night, baby. And Justin Hunter, I know, is very happy to be the chef with his dirt recipe, Roy.
I'll be happy to do it this second.
Yeah, he's finishing up a few photos as some of the fans and parents have made their way down to the field to celebrate a victory and also a playoff spot. Again, a playoff spot was on the line tonight.
What pairs well with dirt?
I don't know. Tonight it was a little bit of rubber pellets.
Is it red or white wine that pairs well with dirt? Grass. You said grass pairs well with dirt. Well, just in case you need a little side dish, you got to have to tell them that.
Yeah, great to see some of the Pirates and Bulldog players visiting there again, as we've said since the beginning of the game tonight. These are guys who know each other, and here's the professor with the winning ball coach, Justin Hunter.
Coach,
man, that was fun.
The way the season went, did you think that you would be sitting there making the playoffs for the first time as a head coach?
No, I mean, I tell you, we really thought we would the whole time. Even early on, we had some bumps and some bruises along the way. But our kids grew up, they matured, they got some experience under the belt. We played some great games. We lost a couple close games. 2 of the games we lost less than a touchdown. The Northwest and Warren Central, 2 of the better teams in the state right now, man. So we knew we had it in us. And man, just kids played, man. It's a beautiful thing to see kids play the way they play, man. Just played hard. We didn't play great all night, but man, we just played hard. And that's what it's all about, man. And like our fans, our community showed up tonight. Some that never come to any games except this one because it means that much. And I think our kids fed off that stuff all night long, man. I really do. It's a lot of fun.
I agree that this may not have been a perfect game, but we're peaking at the right time. I think that the way it looked, the defense was phenomenal tonight.
Oh man, are you kidding me? They were awesome. They have not played like that. George County, they played like that, man, and I felt all week them Jokers just had a great week. They communicated. They were physical. You could tell it meant a lot to a lot of people, and that was part of our message. It ain't just about the 82 of you guys. You know what I'm saying? It's about everybody. This game is about everybody. A Pearl community, our school district, the people that work in the schools and everything, everybody that's ever played the Pearl Brandon game. And you told him, you're going to remember it the rest of your life, and that's what I told him afterwards. I said, you guys are going to remember this the rest of your life, and that's what I just told Shay, and he said, I'll never forget that switch route he threw to Shoto right there. He said, I'll never forget that. So that's great stuff, man. Just high school, it's been far from normal this year, but tonight, man, just so proud that they're getting to enjoy this right here, because we're going to go party in the locker room. So
I hear you. And, Coach, I'm so happy for you. I know you're excited, and this is not only a moment they'll remember for the rest of their lives, but it's also a moment you'll remember for the rest of your life.
Ain't no question about it, man. I'm super stoked, and it probably won't hit me till probably tomorrow, where I'm sitting there watching film, but like, man, we just won the Eat Dirt rivalry game, I think it'll hit me hard then, but right now, like I said, man, you couldn't be proud of these guys, man. They've grew up, over the last 10 weeks, and it's a beautiful thing to see them where they're at right now from where we was at the beginning of the year, so.
And it's always a good thing to get the double whammy, not only beat Brandon, but knock them out of the playoffs and us get in. Well, Coach,
I'm going to find that helmet somewhere. We got to find Mr. Chisholm check on it. They didn't bring it. They're going to bring it back tonight, I guess.
Oh, he wants that leather helmet, man.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that leather helmet.
Hey, Roy, ask him what pairs well with dirt.
All right, they want to know what pairs well with dirt. Since they got to eat the dirt, what wine are they going to drink?
I don't know about that. Like I said, I'm just like I said, I can't say I'm just super proud of our kids, and just the way they fought, and the coaches, the way they coached them, and again, the community rallying behind them tonight. I think that provided a lot of energy out here tonight, and I felt it. I felt it all over the place, and the kids felt it as well. So we appreciate the community coming out. Everybody that watches online, thanks, guys, and go Pirates.
Hey, congratulations. Go enjoy your win.
So much. Appreciate it.
All right, guys, y'all heard it. We got another game.
We do indeed have another game. Great job down there, Professor. Go and congratulate some more of those players.
All right, thank you, guys. Y'all have a good night.
All right, Brian, you're going to give some stats. I am trying to find out the final score for you from Ocean Springs and Harrison Central, because that will determine where the Pirates go next week. So right now, as we went into today, it would be Ocean Springs, but if Harrison Central won that game, then it would be Harrison Central that grabs the 2 seed. So while you go over the stats, I'm going to see if I can't find that game.
And again, just to update you, in case you've missed this storyline throughout the game tonight, the Pirates, with the win, become the 3 seed. Top 4 seeds in the region make it. Petal will have that 4 seed. But the bottom 2, 3, and 4 seeds, they will travel. And so the Pirates with that 3 seed will travel next week on the road, as Greg said.
To the coast somewhere.
Either Ocean Springs or Harrison Central. Just some final statistics tonight. The Bulldogs finished tonight with 7 first downs. The Pirates with 10. Third down efficiency, Brandon only 2 for 10. The Pirates 6 for 15. And here's some interesting total yardage stats. Rushing-wise, the Bulldogs only 92 yards on the ground tonight. They finished. The Pirates with 146 on the ground. The Bulldogs 85 yards through the air. The Pirates 112. Total offensive yardage, Greg Flynn, 177 for the Bulldogs, 258 total yards for the Pirates. So the Pearl Pirate defense holds the Brandon Bulldogs under 100 yards of offense, both the first and second half. Some individual numbers of note for your Pirates. Shade Foster finishes the night 7 of 10 for 95 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. He just took care of the ball. Jamari Thompson, a huge night on the ground, 35 carries, 128 yards, and 2 touchdowns, including crossing the 1,000-yard mark for the 2020 season. And receiving-wise, Jaquavian Shoto led the Pirates tonight with 3 catches for 62 yards, including that big 54-yard route that Justin Hunter was talking about right there. Defensively, we were led tonight in tackles by Jeremy Jackson, who had 8 tackles, and behind him, Jaquavian Shoto and Malachi Porter, both with 6 tackles apiece. It was an all-around hard-fought night. That's what Justin Hunter said. It wasn't about how beautiful you played, but it was about how hard you played. And the Pirates played hard enough to get the 15-7 win tonight in the Eat Dirt rivalry, and they secure a playoff spot while sending the Brandon Bulldogs packing for the season.
And it appears Harrison Central has defeated Ocean Springs 35-28. So if everything worked out right, it looks like we will be going to Harrison Central next Friday night. Again, just going to double-check those region standings because they finish as the 2 seed, and then Ocean Springs, I believe, finishes as the 3, so they'll have to travel up here. So it'll be Ocean Springs against Northwest Rankin now because Oak Grove beat them. And, man, it looks like Petal's going to go play D'Iberville. What a game that's going to be. But more importantly, our Pirates are in. And, man, what seemed unlikely to a lot of folks at the beginning of the season, the way things started out, man, these guys just kept continuing to get better and better and put that Oak Grove game out of your mind. This was a great matchup for the Pirates. Matched up great. We talked about that early, that it was going to be who ran the football better. Our analysis actually worked for the first time all season tonight.
How about that?
Yeah, it was the team that ran the ball better tonight. And because, as you saw, passing was not great. You didn't want them to pass. Brandon did not like passing the ball, which is why he got picked off twice.
Yeah, the Achilles heel for the Bulldogs tonight was 4 turnovers.
Oof.
4 turnovers. 3 interceptions for Josh Sullivan.
3 interceptions, yeah.
Yeah, along with a fumble. Jerry Johnson had 2 of those picks. Marcus Mosley also had 1. Malachi Porter had a forced fumble and recovery on the punt. And the Pirate D stood up to the Bulldogs tonight, slowed down that rushing attack that's rushed for upwards of 300 yards the last couple of weeks against the top 2 seeds in the region. Tonight, they didn't even get 100 yards on the ground. Tip your cap to Austin Wilbanks. Great job by our defense.
Oh, just everybody down there. We could have had the entire defense for players of the game. And, man, I just can't continue to say enough about Jamari Thompson. That young man is so – not only is he a great kid, a great student, but, man, can he play some football.
He sure can.
He can be very, very agile and then also
run right over somebody.
Knock you down. So, man, what a night it was. And our season continues. So guess what? We're going to have another coaches show this week, Tuesday night at Mugshots, as we have a playoff edition. And then we'll be back with you from down on the coast next week. Again, I believe it is Harrison Central, so we'll double-check that. Keep an eye out on it. But either way, it doesn't matter who we're playing. We're just going down to the coast, and we're going to go win a playoff game. That's all that matters. Run with Jamar, right?
That's right.
Let the T-train roll right down Highway 49. All right, so for the professor, Roy Harper, for Brian May, I'm Greg Flynn. Man, it is Eat Dirt Brandon as the Pirates win that game tonight by the final count of 15-7. Folks, tonight, more so than ever, is a great night to be a Pirate.
Thank you for watching PMB Sports. The preceding broadcast is copyrighted by Pearl Municipal Broadcasting for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the written consent of Pearl High School or PMB is prohibited.